It's the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC 246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, White Hill, St Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable, and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George, and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. 7-seaters, Jeeps, small cars, and mid-sized sedans. From as low as 78 Barbados dollars daily. Special conditions apply. They offer free pickup and delivery, fully loaded vehicles, visitor rental permits, comprehensively insured, GPS available, and ask about our leasing program. Find us at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 246-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com, and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This week's Sweet Vibe Music Show on Hot 95.3 FM is powered by your favourite football legends, Melvin Ibo Oxley, Trevor Thorne and Julian Annell, and the crew at the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC and the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament OBL-FIT for every single kick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Visit www.bdsmfc.org. The Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC invites you to the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament on the beautiful island of Barbados. Combined sightseeing, sun, sea, sand, surf, and of course fabulous football. Weeks and weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube channel is BIMFC Masters, and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details. The Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table topping, jaw dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Minot Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. 7-seaters, Jeeps, small cars, and mid-sized sedans. From as low as 78 Barbados dollars daily. Special conditions apply. They offer free pickup and delivery. Fully loaded vehicles, visitor rental permits, comprehensively insured, GPS available, and ask about our leasing program. Find us at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 246-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com, and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This week's Sweet Vibe Music Show on Hot 95.3 FM is powered by your favourite football legends, Melvin Ibo Oxley, Trevor Thorne and Julian Annell, and the crew at the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC and the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament OBL-FIT for every single kick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Visit www.bdsmfc.org. The Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC invites you to the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament on the beautiful island of Barbados. Combined sightseeing, sun, sea, sand, surf, and of course fabulous football. Whitsun weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube channel is BIMFC Masters, and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details. The Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable, and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant. Every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George, and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
pleasant evening to one and all. As we welcome you to the Empire Club Pavilion Road back home to Michael Barbados West Indies in the Caribbean. First match of the evening. First salvo all over the fence. And Trents have announced themselves on the 2023 season with a couple of victories, very close to the top of the table. And that right foot volley, as you can see from Nigel Marshall, letting everyone know that he means business here this evening. And the current score remains 0-0 between the Sky Blue of Blackrock Masters and the all over black jerseys and the shorts and socks of the Trents Masters. As we get rolling here this evening at the Empire Club. Try this one. So just about a minute on our clocks here at CSA. Trents in possession on their left-hand side. As they continue to knock it around on the left-hand side of the field. Blackrock intercepting. Back to Trents again. And on the stroke of just about 2 minutes, 0-0 the score between Blackrock Masters in the black strip this evening, trimmed with yellow, and they're up against their St. Michael neighbors in the Blackrock Masters. So heading towards that third minute. Trents in possession on the left-hand side of the field. As they start to prod and probe with Anthony Corbin. They've actually given it up. Ball with Paul Jones. He too has a little bit of the jitters in this right back position. And the ball continues to go 50-50 between Trents Masters in the black and the sky blue of the Blackrock Masters team here. 3.5 minutes in. Continue to rock and roll here at Empire. First of 3 matches. Yours truly, Trevor Thorne from Commentator Sports Incorporated. Also the vice chairman of BIMFC, the organizers of the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament, the 50s edition here at the Empire Club in Bank Hall. I have with me a up-and-coming and a budding young commentator coming to us in the name of Kelvin Scott. And in a moment, you'll get a few opening remarks from Kelvin. He's here smiling and smirking at the chance to commentate with CSA's Trevor Thorne, as well as the maestro himself, Keith Griffith. And like shrewd businessmen that we are, we've been able to work out that little contract in order for Kelvin Scott, a man that's well-versed in the art of our own indigenous sport of road tennis. He's one of those experts at it, and he's gonna give us a bit of his technique as he switches and follows in the footsteps of Keith, as you may know, because Keith is a top road tennis man as well. I plan to get into some road tennis at some stage as well. So without any further ado, Mr. Kelvin Scott. Good evening, Kelvin.
Good evening, Trevor. Good evening to all the Empire Massive and everyone locked on across the globe watching this beautiful game of football. A wonderful evening here in Bank Hall. The score remains love all. And we have gracing us with his presence this evening, the one and only Keith Griffith.
in the house. And he's able to take a little bit of a rest. Take a little bit of a rest here this evening. And Kelvin will be doing a bit of that commentary for us as well as we continue to bring every single kick and free kick to you. That's a left foot chance at the far post. Cross the box it goes. And over the 18-yard box on the far side this time. As Trents continue to press and pull, they're creating the chances. But at this point in time, haven't been able to buzz the old onion by as yet. 6 minutes on the clock, and Blackrock in possession with Adrian Ford. He spreads it wide to Branderson. Two Branderson brothers playing here this evening. Edlin wearing the number 19, in fact number 14, and Anthony Branderson wearing the number 19. And they're both playing on the same side of the pitch as well. Both of them known for good technical ability and skill. And on this occasion, you're not going to put the commentator's curse. That one finds its way right past Anthony's right boot and over the touchline for a Trents throw on the left. Trents this year a very technical team. They've been able to go into that transfer window and find a number of players from out of the north. And those players are proven to be a handful. And the nice thing about it is that not many men know some of these guys that are playing for Trents. And therefore, it's a surprise when you come up against them. As you can see, they're knitting the passes to get a ball down the left-hand side here. You will look to search the 18-yard box. It slips past one man, but Huey Bissum to the rescue in towards Eglin Granderson there. He gives away possession again. Blackrock under some immense pressure here. 8 minutes into it. And Kelvin, it certainly looks as though Blackrock has Trents has the fastest start, whereas Blackrock will like to go with the methodical tiki-taka stuff. Trent's a little bit more direct and cutting edge at this time after 8 minutes.
Yes, Trevor, it appears as though definitely Blackrock is playing a very short style of football, but Trents with the majority of the possession thus far, still yet to penetrate the 18-yard box at least, and it looks that way now. Ball coming from the right side, first corner of the game.
I need y'all closer together. You hear me? I need y'all closer together. Too far apart. Especially when you lean in and all of that.
So first corner of the game in the 8th minute. Long searching ball. Well taken care of from Blackrock. And now it's the goal kick. Trents again in the attack. Oh, look at that mistake. It's Trents 1 in the 9th minute. A goalie blunder. Someone is asking for a replay. A ball that perhaps should have been easily taken, Trevor, but these things happen in football. So in the 9th minute, Trents leading 1 over Blackrock Masters.
Right, so we have our first goal this evening. Just took about 9 minutes into the 10th minute, actually. And straight away, Blackrock under pressure. As we said before, Trents enjoying. If you really think about it, Kelvin, there were perhaps just about 50-50 possession, but the more telling passes were coming from Trents, making their way into the 18-yard box of the Blackrock. So that's why I tended to lean towards Trents putting the pressure on Blackrock. Although the percentage was 50-50, they looked more positive and more likely to get something out of the passes that they were making. So on 10 minutes, it is Trents that continue to rock and roll in the 2023 season and look for upset here, because last year they were certainly considered to be somewhat underdogs, you know, not really playing the quality of football that we would have wanted them to play. And Blackrock were playing a good brand of football as well, but just weren't getting the ball into the back of the net. Trents went shopping, and to their credit, been able to bring in the likes of Curtis Foster, the number 4, as well as wingman Lorenzo Galloway, and of course, the ex-national player for Barbados, wearing number 10, Richard Clark. And with that trio of players, that triangle of players that constantly drive fear into defenses this season, they've been able to score, sometimes quite early, other times it took them just a little bit of time to get the ball into the net. But as you can see now, they occupy the possession, and they're not afraid to hold the ball for long periods of time before the openings appear. 12 minutes on the clock now. You're listening and you're watching live coverage of the 2023 BIMFC's Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament, OBL-FIT, with your commentators this evening, yours truly, Trevor Thorne from CSI, and of course, Kelvin Scott, the man himself. This is his second stint. He would have handled some of the commentary at the 2022 OBL-FIT final. He went on a little bit of a sabbatical. We understand he might have even been in training, and he's up this evening to assist us with that commentary. Good evening to the USA, Canada, and the UK. Locked and loaded, as we can see you on our YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy yourselves with some of what we consider to be the best coverage of Masters football in the island of Barbados, and we're looking to take it regionally as well. Right foot shot coming in, easily taken by the Trents goalkeeper in Maurice Johnson. Sometimes called a little nickname. I think it's tragic at times to call him by that nickname. I think that keeper has changed, actually, though. It looked as though it was him at the very beginning, but they certainly seem to have made a little switch and a swap there on us. Blackrock in possession with Hood on the right-hand side. He's being barged off the ball comfortably. Trents coming out of their defense with 3 passes up towards their outside right midfielder in Anthony Corbin. Tried a little back heel, it didn't work, and he gave away possession to Blackrock Masters. Free kick to Trents, which they were looking to take quickly, but they seem to have changed their mind. Your referee this evening, Mr. Edley Malcolm, taking a spot in the middle, normally an administrator for the Referees Association. He's decided to brave this warm sunshine, and he's going to have a good time doing it as well. 14 on our clocks. As we say, a pleasant evening again to Kelvin Scott.
Yes, Trevor, beautiful evening here in Blackrock. As we mentioned before, in the 10th minute, Trent's taking the lead, and it appears as though Blackrock is struggling now to at least regain their composure in this first of 3 games here at Blackrock in St. Michael. Throw from the Trent side. Ball taken by Blackrock. Fly forward with his first touch in a few. Controlling. Camming the ball, going to Robin Taylor in the middle. The midfield maestro for Blackrock. Going back to Ford. Somehow the referee says play on for what we thought was a handball. And Blackrock yet to penetrate in any serious way the defense of Trents.
Now, Kelvin, they seem just as fit. This is Trent, seem just as fit as the Black Rock. So the physicality, probably just about the same. But the passing ability to connect the passes, very crisp passes, that would be Trent seem to have a slight edge over our friends from the Black Rock area in the sky blue.
Definitely, Trevor. And it's really good to see footballers over the age of 50 and still playing a very robust game here. Very strong, some good accurate passes still at this age. Ball going into the center now.
16 on the clock, Kelvin. I'm not going to put you on the spot a little joke that Keith and I always share. As soon as the game starts, probably just midway, we start to poke one another about predictions. And that puts a little nervousness, obviously, in the commentary, because you really don't have any idea. The teams are now getting themselves together. And it's good to see how you use your craft to get out of predicting anything by perhaps deflecting the question and perhaps concentrating on the actual play at that point in time. So that's a little fun that we would normally have. 17 on our clocks here.
So you want to make a prediction, Trevor?
I want you to make one, sir. I said Trents are at this point in time in the ascendancy. They're leading 1-0. A little nervous goal that was scored. And therefore, with us just about 17 minutes into it, you think Trents can hold on here for that 1-0 slim lead going into the half? Or do you think that Black Rock can come charging back? Remember what I said about predictions?
Well, Trevor, I know you like to put persons on the spot, and that's okay. I think the game will go into halftime at the 1-0, and perhaps in the second half, Black Rock will put it all together and perhaps look to equalize. That's my prediction, a 1-1 game to here today.
Brave man, a brave man. We like them brave because when you get to international level, you have to call it sometimes how you see it. You're not going to necessarily use your gut feeling so much, but more what you know about the game, the analysis of it, the way you see these teams set up, the type of passes they're putting together and creating chances, and then, of course, the front men that are very clinical. If you can find a set of front men that are very clinical on one side, you could probably tip the scales in that direction. And Trent certainly have a couple of those in the likes of number 13, Nigel Marshall, been scoring most recently in the latter part of the last season and early in this season as well. I know you can always depend on the likes of Richard Clark to get one. And one other guy, Curtis Foster, the number 14, looks like a diminutive player. Not much size to him, but he uses that to great ability to get past defenders and fire those shots in as well. So at this point in time, 18 and a half on the clock. We're tipping towards some little favorites in this particular one, but it's up to the players how they're going to handle themselves. At present, Trents 1, Black Rock Masters 0. Ball down the Black Rock right to that inside right. Out comes the keeper, collects with both hands. And I'm sure of it that referee Edley Markham, for that follow-through, as the striker came charging through, the keeper already had the ball in his hands. So therefore, referee Edley Markham is going to give a free kick, award a free kick, because the striker on this occasion ran right into, I think it is Ferdinand Sandiford. All the enthusiasm in the world ran right into the keeper and almost knocked him off his feet. So no yellow card, but just a word of warning to that striker at that point in time. 19 on the clock, in fact, into the 20th minute. And at present, Trents with the 1-0 lead over Black Rock Masters.
So the ball now in Trent's half, and this is exactly what Black Rock would want to keep the pressure in the third. Knocking it around, spreading it to the side, looking for the speed of Hood, a.k.a. Barris, to perhaps penetrate that left-back position and at least going to halftime at 1-1.
So ball down the left this time. Adrian fly forward. The Black Rock Masters, number 8 there, getting a strong tackle on the right side of his body there, but he rode the tackle quite brilliantly and moved his foot out the way so his team could be awarded the eventual throw-in. He's spreading it down the left this time. He's going to need Sandyfoot to help him for that wayward pass. He's unsuccessful, and Trents will come out of their defense. In fact, that's also a wayward pass, makes its way over the touchline for a throw-in. Black Rock will take possession as they look to squeeze the equaliser out of Trents just about 4 minutes before half-time. Ball played through the centre. That's Bissum. He's giving it up.
Bissum,
A little tug.
Definitely a foul.
That's a little tug. Overcomes referee Malcolm. He has the yellow card. And Paul Jones, yellow carded on just about 21 minutes for the tug of the arm and the jersey of danger man Curtis Foster on 21 minutes.
Yes, and some would say that's a necessary foul at that point of time and that position on the field. But still 1-0 to Trents. They're now in possession again. Spreading the ball, looking to use the entire end of the field, and it's a foul again. So ball going to Blackrock Masters. Most balls playing through the middle, fly forward, but not really being able to penetrate in a substantial way and perhaps get that equalizer.
So again, Blackrock pressing on the gas, they say, down the left this time.
And you will realize, Trevor, that they switch Hood from the right to the left to at least create some difficulty for the right back of Trents, but we're yet to see that happening.
Yeah, still a little patchy as far as the possession goes. You know, they're both fighting for it a whole lot. This time it is Trents down the right-hand side. Ball towards the danger man, Curtis Foster.
But easily averted.
Yep, Curtis, the cover challenge came in. Foster nowhere near it at the time, but you can see a good pattern of player being developed by Trents. But Blackrock, with their skill and knowledge of a former national selectee in Huey Bissum. I think he played when I did under Keith Griffith as well. Keith is here this evening, and he'll be able to confirm that. But Huey was always a good defender, can be used across the back line in any position, a good reader of the ball as well, reader of the game. And he will sweep up all evening long once he has the chance to, as he did there just now. 23 on the clock, Trents with that 1-0 lead. Slender as it may be, it's a psychological advantage as well. But here comes Blackrock with the left foot attempt from Hood this time. The other Hood would be David Hood, wearing the number 10. Ball ricochets off of the defender last and over the goal line area for a corner kick to Blackrock as they continue to go in search of the equalizer.
Yeah, so it's one corner each. Let's see now what Blackrock will do with this corner. And Trevor, it's quite obvious that Blackrock is beginning to build their momentum. They're looking stronger now, going into the closing of this first half. So perhaps they'll go and have that team talk at halftime and come back with a different strategy.
We hope so. They have some tacticians in the coaching squad. We'll get to those names in a few, but Trents now with the leading ball. This time around, Foster chasing behind it. Cuts back onto the right foot, spreads it across the field. He has a willing runner in the likes of Richard Clark, wearing the 10. Playing wide on the right. Clark surveys the field. Again, looking this time for Foster to come onto it. He does so now. He has Anthony Allen as company. The ball coming across. And if there's one player that you don't want to pass the ball across and get it anywhere near, is Adrian Fly Ford. Because
definitely.
He played strike position when he played with me back in the 1990s. But over the years, he's really turned himself into a reader of the game. And as you can see, he left his midfield position close to the center circle to chase a ball all the way back to the 18 to cut it out. And that's the ability, of the man, Adrian Fly Ford.
Yes, definitely. And I would say he's probably one of the best utility players in over 50s. He has the ball now, running in number 8, passing the ball, looking to penetrate. Nice, neat dribble. Ball goes over to the right side. Interesting cross, but away from the goal bar. Yeah. Absolutely no danger.
Yeah, but good move from Blackrock, as you said. All of the tactics coming through Adrian Fly Ford, who is almost like an American quarterback. I believe the Blackrock hierarchy give him the instructions, and he then pulls all the strings in the midfield, almost like back in Keith's day, the Gus Sandifords and Clark. That was playing for Wales at the time. They would pull strings. Daisy Clark, Anthony Daisy Clark. So the coach would have a nice close relationship with that type of player because he knows that he can tell that player when to speed up a little signal,
meant
to slow it down, and meant to create the chances that are looking rather penetrating. This is Foster across to the center of the field, and bang on 25 minutes here at the Empire facility. It is a halftime score of Blackrock Masters 0, Trents 1. It's the first of a triple header here this evening. Your second matchup is 9th place Empire Club Masters coming up against 10th place Carlton-Wanderers at 4. And in the evening thriller, it's first place Paradise Masters 50s edition. And they're going to take on second place Wildey Royalty. Final words from Kelvin before we head to the halftime break. As far as the advertisements go, make a few cents and come on back for second half action.
Yes, Trevor, as I predicted, the first half would probably finish in 1-0, at 1-0, and I expect Blackrock Masters somehow to pick up their momentum. They have 4 national or ex-national players, and as long as they can get their momentum together, then they can build enough to perhaps equalize this game, and that's my prediction just before the half.
Okay, appreciate that. Going out on a limb and walking on the tightrope. We'll see what Blackrock have to say about that particular prediction. They're known to come back, but whether today will be the day or not, we will never know. What we do know is we go for a small break and come back for more in the second half. See you then. Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no-stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Minot Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable, and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. Every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. 7-seaters, Jeeps, small cars, and mid-sized sedans. From as low as 78 Barbados dollars daily. Special conditions apply. They offer free pickup and delivery. Fully loaded vehicles, visitor rental permits, comprehensively insured, GPS available, and ask about our leasing program. Find us at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 246-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com, and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This
So pleasant evening to one and all as we welcome you back here to the Empire Club Pavilion Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael, Barbados, West Indies in the Caribbean. Yours truly, Trevor Thorne from Commentator Sports Incorporated at CSI. Alongside me, young prodigy of football and tennis, that'll be Kelvin Scott. Upcoming, the maestro Keith Griffith in the second and the third matches of this evening's encounters. We've set those clocks rolling after the 25 minutes first half into the second half. Another glorious 25 minutes here at Empire. A chance for Blackrock to get an equaliser, but also another chance for Trents to put them away and make it 2-0. Say good evening to Andrew Tudor, up and budding young coach. Hope to see him back in the Premier League doing the big job again at some point in time. Ladies football at the BFA turf this evening, 3 big matches. Join us for some of that as well, as we may head from here to the turf to get a look at that at some point in time. But concentrating on the Masters now, we've switched sides. Blackrock going from left to right. Trents going from left to right. My apologies. Blackrock will kick towards the goal, which is closest to the commentary position here, closest to the Empire Club as well. But they'll need to put some pressure on this Trents team by possessing the ball in the middle of the midfield with Adrian Ford and creating chances for the brothers Hood, Ryan, and David. And of course, some good skills from Paul Skinner would assist as well. As the current score is Trents 1, Blackrock Masters 0. Ball into the box. Referee calls for a penalty. Oh, looks as though it was looks a bit as though it was a tug on his shirt. Plus, maybe the ball might have touched the hand as well. But certainly the ref was very close to it. And Blackrock under more pressure, as we say. Good evening again to Kelvin Scott.
Yes, Trevor. So that's a penalty in the 26th minute, or rather the 27th minute, with the opportunity for Trents to go 2-0 up. Looks like Clark behind the ball, the experienced and seasoned player. Lots of accuracy and technique.
We hope so, because it's been placed to the right boot of Clark. Clark up against Richard Bailey, the keeper for the Blackrock Masters. This will make it 2 into the 28th minute. Clark, hands on his hips, full concentration. Referee Malcolm says, you can take it. No, he sends the keeper the wrong way. Goal! Richard Clark on the score sheet. Oh, easy as you like. Blackrock Masters 0, Trents 2 after 28 minutes. Kelvin.
Yes, so in the 8th minute, a beautiful goal, and now in the 28th minute, from off the spot, it's Richard Clark now making Trents 2. So there goes my prediction of a 1-1 draw, Trevor. Commentator's curse.
Yeah, what you expect to happen doesn't necessarily pan out on the field of play. That's understandable. Blackrock with all the work to do now as they look to squeeze something out of this match. Off to a bit of a rocky start earlier, and now they've compounded it by giving away a penalty, first of all, and then no luck whatsoever as Bailey went to the left.
Yes,
Clark went to the right as well. And
a nice crowd here trickling in, Trevor. A lot of people coming to see the second game. The home team Empire. Over 50s, they're low on the table. The over 40s, fortunately, is leading in that competition, but the 50s now looking to step up and get some points and climb a bit higher on this table. So in the 29th minute, it's Trents 2, Blackrock Masters 0.
It's like a hop, skip, and a jump back into the past when we saw these two meet in the 2022 OBL-FIT. The score was, the classified score was 0-0. So they were equally matched, and it showed in the result as well. Again, Trent's confidence.
Man, Foster.
Yeah, Foster. Trent's confidence galore as they come forward. This time, the 25-yard pass out to Richard Clark, and he took that ball down with the right boot as if he had chewing gum stuck to the instep. Here we go again. Over to Clark again. All the possession with these two players, Foster, Curtis Foster, and Richard Clark exchanging it. Foster with the left foot shot. This one charged down. Trent still recycled, and the left foot attempt this time around away from the goal bar of Richard Bailey after 30 minutes. And the current score remains Trents 2, Blackrock Masters 0.
Yes, Trevor, and it appears as though Trents seem extremely comfortable on the ball, attacking in the third, each and every opportunity. Ball now going to Hood on the right side for Blackrock Masters. And they're losing some momentum. Ball goes to fly forward. The maestro. Most of the players have been playing through him. And long searching ball, dissecting the defense. Any danger? Looks like a push. Shot comes off just a bit too high into the yard of the neighbors.
So David Hood applying his left foot to that one. Look at as though he's wearing two different color boots, or maybe they're actually two-toned on the sides there. But after 31 minutes, that ball over the top there. I believe it will come back very shortly. Hopefully it will. But in the meantime, the current score remains Blackrock Masters 0, Trents 2.
Yes, and we can see Emerson Scruff King warming up for the next match. Empire Masters versus Carlton-Wanderers.
Yeah, ding-dong battles continue. St. Michael Derby again as Carlton and Wanderers are only a couple of miles away. So they're all in the circle of that Bridgetown area. And they all look to play one another for bragging rights here at the BIMFC's Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament. That's the goal kick up towards Richard Clark with the chest control. He's been hustled and harried off of it by Anthony Allen, alias Snake, we understand. I believe he has a venomous tackle. Perhaps that's why the name is Snake. That could be one reason. Here's Hood. Prods it past one. In fact, that's a nutmeg. Tied it up at the back. Here comes Trents charging forward out of the box. Fly forward as small as he looks. Gets in the way and body checks the Trents man and gives up a foul on 32 minutes.
Yes, and referee Malcolm is calling a very nice game here, keeping it all in control. Hopefully a long searching ball line now.
So that's Brian Archer in the back for Trents. Through ball played. And good goalkeeping again. He recycles and comes all the way across to Ricardo Brong. Brong inside. The little tickle pass is won back again by Trent's danger man in Foster. Foster with a little back heel. He and Richard Clark are telepathic. They get the passes together. They know exactly where one another are going to be. And every single back heel comes off. Here's Nigel Marshall, the birthday boy, who celebrated his birthday last night, we understand, up in the St. Michael area, and had thousands of people for food and drink over there. Were you able to get over, Kelvin?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, so perhaps we'll have a drink with Nigel this evening as he comes off the field, a little beverage to celebrate that birthday as well. 34 minutes on our clocks here at the Empire Facility, Pavilion Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael, Barbados, West Indies. And with it, we greet you on a very beautiful Caribbean evening, those across the worldwide. We greet you coming out of the Caribbean area and hope that you'll be able to make it between the 26th and the 29th of May 2023. That's just a couple of months away for the BIMFC International Tournament. These teams will be on shore, and lots of other teams will join us from the 40s competition, and of course the teams from across the region and the world, battling for trophies and prizes in all the age categories that you've seen advertised, and therefore it's critical that they get in these sessions here during this season, prepare themselves for the international, which is a grueling 4 days, with the winners being crowned on Whit Monday, the 29th of May, 2023.
Yes, Trevor, and Trent seemed very comfortable with the ball. So you just missed some flicks and tricks. And that was the danger man, Foster, going lane.
So
showing
Foster
some speed with Fly 4 chasing him. Cross, not creating any real danger. Trent's with it again. Somehow Trent's playing extremely comfortable, and Blackrock giving them the opportunity to twist and turn and to even be more comfortable. Ball out, danger averted. Ball still in the possession of Trents.
So as we get sets, we're going to lick our lips, because up next it's the Empire Masters versus Carlton-Wanderers in the Derby, slated for 4. And that will be followed by the first place Paradise Masters 50s edition coming up against second place Wildey Royalty. And between those two games upcoming, a number of ex-national players for the senior men's national team on shore, including the likes of Maurice Gaskin, who will be wearing a number 5 for the Empire lads. Also we'll have on the, as we take a hop, skip and a jump to Paradise versus Wildey, we'll see a number of the Paradise top men playing in that one. And of course, Wildey Royalty with Michael Harewood and the rest of the crew from my area as well. At present, Trents with a nice cushion 2-0 lead over Blackrock Masters after 37 minutes.
So ball into Blackrock's half. or rather into Trent's half by Blackrock, looking to create something, at least get a consolation goal. Ball now to Hood, nice turn. Shot onto the crossbar, Trevor, and danger averted, going for a throw on the right side, looking to make it as quickly as possible and create some difficulty in the 37th minute. Not a whole lot of time to go, so they must do what they want to do early in order to at least go away with 1 point.
Yeah, good feed to Adrian Ford. He will come wide as Blackrock look to make some headway into the Trents defense. Trents packing their defense, however, as we can see the Empire team clad in their red jerseys, blue shorts, red socks on the far side, warming up. On the near side, if you can get a shot of that from the cameraman at some point, the Carlton-Wanderers team in their white jerseys, black shorts and white socks, getting a bit of a stretch out as we get ready for that second game slated for 4 Empire coming up against Carlton-Wanderers. At this point in time, Blackrock looking a little bit smoother than they did in the first half with their passes, but of course Trent's continuing to add pressure by, whenever they get possession, maintaining the ball for 6, 7, sometimes 8 passes. Blackrock can't touch it at that point in time. For a team to win here this evening, that is perhaps the technique that will be needed, that for Trents to hold on to the ball and keep it as long as possible. And the way football is, as you said, you score a goal, there's no need to, sometimes there's no need to score a second once you can maintain possession. For Blackrock, they need to win it more quickly and make more telling passes in and around the Trent's box and perhaps get some shots to test the goalkeeper as well. 13-9 on the clock, Trents 2, Blackrock 0.
Yes, throw coming in from the left side for Trents. A danger man, Foster now with the ball. Looking to create some more difficulty, perhaps a third goal. Shot just across the goal mouth. No serious danger. So again, as we mentioned before, it's the 39th minute. Trents 2, Blackrock Masters 0. Blackrock gaining momentum, looking to get the ball out of their half. Knocking it among each other. Robin Taylor with the ball. Going to midfield. Ball dispossessed by Trents now. And somehow Blackrock needs to hold this ball a bit longer, Trevor, and be more comfortable with it. They're having it dispossessed way too easily. Ball again in Blackrock's half. Can they really create something with the limited time left? That's the question. Ball going to Trents. Trents knocking it around quite comfortably. No pressure at all with a 2-goal lead. So in the 40th minute, it's Trents 2, Blackrock Masters 0. Foster, the danger man, number 4 for Trents. Just teasing and testing across the 18-yard box. Danger averted quite easily by Blackrock Masters, and they're now looking to penetrate the Trents midfield. But this seems a bit difficult. Trents players jogging back and creating that wall of defense, Trevor.
Yep, as you said, Trents, no need to really push forward for a third goal. If it comes, yes, you can take it, but as long as the score remains the same, possession is the key. It's with Blackrock now. The shot that was taken by Blackrock, interestingly enough, was taken by a man that hit at 18-yard finish, Paul Skinner. So good to see him on the field of play. Keith was asking where he would have been in the starting lineup. I believe he did start, but was taken off for a little bit of a rest. He's back now. So Blackrock pressing to get that first goal and perhaps get the second goal and equalize here. But it always starts with 1 goal first. So let's see if they can get that 1 goal on his score sheet. If not, it'll be chalked down as a defeat to Blackrock, and Trents go marching forward up the table.
And you did mention something very important earlier, Trevor. that last season, Blackrock Masters had looked like a very, very strong team. You're still seeing some strength, but certainly Trents now have acquired some stronger legs and looking extremely dangerous, leading this game here 2-0.
That's for sure. Before the game started, Trents were in 4th place, having played 2-1-2, goals for 2, goals against 0. And that's an omen there, because between the 11 teams, there's only 2 teams that have not been scored upon so far up to this round 3. And the 2 teams are Paradise Masters 50s edition, as you can see, and Trents Masters as well. Trents are sitting on 6 points. If we were to update the table now, they will go to 9 and be top of the table before the final game of the evening between the likes of Paradise this evening. So you would, Trents actually sitting now smarting and saying that they could be top of the table by the time the evening is over, just in case that next game goes to a draw or Paradise gets stopped at that point in time. Blackrock, however, would have lost 1 and won 1, and therefore sitting in 8th place at this point in time. Here's Adrian Ford, looks to float one across. He calls for what he thought might have been a handball, but the ball coming off the body of the Trents man, Mr. Michael Lewis, playing at left back. And at present, Blackrock continue to trail Trents. Trents 2, Blackrock 0.
Yeah, so just looking at the stats a bit, if Blackrock Masters were to win this game, they would go to 6 points. And as Trevor mentioned before, Trents on 6 points. And if they win this game, they will go on 9, even if it's short-lived, because Paradise is playing later in the evening. So they will want that psychological advantage. They're leading by 2. It's the 44th minute, not a whole lot of time to go. And Blackrock looking to create something interesting by means of Robin Taylor. Nice left foot chip. No real danger, going for a goal kick.
So Taylor with the chip there, harmless as a fly, Adrian Ford fly. So that one trickles over the goal line, no problems at all. I think that needed a bit more venom. Not sure what you would have had for lunch, but I think you needed a little bit more protein in it to really trouble the goalkeeper. So on 44 minutes, Trents 2, Blackrock 0.
Ball control by Bissum. Well pass. I really thought that Taylor would be striking that one, knowing his powerful left foot shot. But somehow we went for the pass, and nothing special came out of it. Goalkeeper just taking his time. His team is up by 2. No need to rush. Long searching ball. Looking for Tragic Johnson.
You're calling him by his nickname.
Yes.
First name, Maurice.
Maurice, Mr. Tragic, man.
For tackles, I believe. he's a man that can put in a good tackle.
Well, he hit me once and he said to me, my name is Tragic. So he always stood with me.
Oh, that's how he get that name. He's known in circles for those strong tackles. At first, we had him down as the goalkeeper this evening, but they made a switch so he could actually play on the outside and maybe make his presence felt on this right side. He's up against Kirtley Greenwich, the dreadlock player, as you can see, number 15. So it's going to be skill versus a little bit of brute force. Let's see who comes out winners in this one. 46 minutes we're into this one. And a foot race between 2. That's Grandison. He's going to need to put some wheels on those heels. He deploys the skill, turns away, and plays Greenwich, who gives him back the ball. And between them, play that little 1-2. Tragic will run all day long. In fact, that's not Tragic. That would be David. I believe it is David. First name David. I think it's Becker. It is. But he had to run left and right a couple of times because those 1-2s were being exchanged rather quickly, and therefore you would probably never get that ball if you continue to do that. So Blackrock continue to apply some pressure here. They need a goal, and the only way they're going to get it is if they can get the ball into the 18-yard box of the Trents players. area.
And you would realize, Trevor, that Johnson, a.k.a. Tragic, is in a striking position just now, maybe an unfamiliar territory. Looking to create some danger. But they're leading by 2. No real reason to fuss and fight. A few more minutes to go, and BlackRock would need to create some form of a miracle now to pull back this game into a draw, claiming 1 point and disrupting the table somewhat. So Paradise Masters 50th edition is leading on 6 points, and at the end of this game, you may very well have a new leader, top of the table, in Trents, but we shall wait and see.
For sure. Stats will show that BlackRock lost 2-0 against Wildey Royalty with goals from Michael Hayward on 25 and 31 minutes. The second game, they came out with Ricardo Crocker got it on the left. He created a number of chances. Paul Skinner scored on 18th minutes, and Adrian Ford finished with a penalty on 40. Down the left, it is the BlackRock Masters knocking it here, there, and everywhere. To the space, 2-on-1. Will never win that one. Here's Marshall out of his defense, heading towards the 18-yard box. He's on a solo as he takes off through the inside right position. A little help from his teammate there as they go charging forward into this one now. Ball over the touchline. Corner, in fact, not a throw-in that would be to the BlackRock lads after 48 minutes. Gone already.
So in the 49th minute, it's Trents leading 2 over BlackRock Masters. We need to create some magic here in order to pull back a draw. It's Robin Taylor with a nice, interesting ball, finding Adrian fly forward. Now it's the tall, rugged player for BlackRock, but ball being dispossessed quite easily by Trents. Back into possession by BlackRock. The referee's flag goes up. Offside was quite evident. Took his run a bit too early. And up next we have Scotty's Car Rentals Empire versus Carlton-Wanderers. And with me will be the chief, an experienced Keith Grell-Griffith.
Right. So into the 50th minute we go. BlackRock in possession, but having possession and not necessarily making their way into the final third of the field is where the problem will come. They'll have possession, or they've had possession quite a bit in their own half, but haven't been able to turn that possession as they cross the half line into any real chance. What we can tell you is that Trents, in their first 2 matches as well, compared to what they're doing here today, they've won both matches by 1-0. The first match was a matchup against the defending champions, Winston Enterprises, BLM Masters. Another 4 p.m. match at that point in time. Richard Clark stepped up on 20 minutes to score his first of the season, and Trent first, of course, to beat BLM Masters 1-0. Second matchup, they came up against Exactly Unified Masters. Same result, a different goal scorer. Luther Watson, the former professional player that played his trade in Ireland under a stint offered to him through Kevin Millard, the national coach. In fact, he would have exited Barbados at that time and taken a few players over to Ireland, including the likes of Eric Levine. And the Trents team then winning those first 2 games 1-0. This second match, as they have more energy to even jog off the field at this time. Classified result then at this point in time, and for the records, Trents have beaten BlackRock by a 2-0 margin here in the first matchup. Up next, it's the second game of the evening. This one bringing together 9th place Empire Masters, and they're coming up against 10th place Carlton-Wanderers, scheduled for 4. Let's try to keep it rolling. Followed by the 5 p.m. game between first place Paradise Masters 50s edition and second place, Wildey Royalty. Until that time, we will thank our sponsors for keeping us here and allowing us to grace your Sunday afternoon with our presence. Ads from our sponsors, and we come back with the second game of the evening, that one featuring Empire Masters and Carlton-Wanderers. Stay tuned for more.
C&C Trucking and Equipment Rentals Limited, Jackson, St. Michael, BB11016. Services, excavators, mini, mid and full size. Bobcat, roller, brush cut services, light crane truck, dump truck, heavy equipment transport. Supplies, cement, sand, stone, marl, topsoil soil mix, both load or bag. Rentals, aquaprops, scaffold, plywood, generators, hilti, wheelbarrows, plate compactors and concrete mixers. Telephone 246-424-8529. Mobile 246-230-2219. Fax 246-425-2322. Email cctrucking@caribserve.com. C&C Trucking and Equipment Rentals Limited, Jackson, St. Michael, 246-424-8529. We aim to please. Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC invites you to the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament on the beautiful island of Barbados. Combine sightseeing, soca music, sumptuous food, sun, sea, sand, surf, and of course, fabulous football. Whitsun weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube channel is BIMFC Masters, and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details. Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table topping, jaw dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Airsmeet.
Kickoff at 20 minutes past 4. Empire quite low on the table, looking to at least ease away with perhaps 3 points today. Let me just welcome respectfully the man Keith Grell-Griffith. Keith, good evening to you.
Blessings to each and every one. It's a pleasure working with you, and I look forward to going forward to do many more commentaries with you and Trevor. So here at Empire on a wonderful evening, Carlton 0, and obviously Empire 0.
Yes, so ball in Empire's possession. Over to the far side, the right, is Trevor Scott. Going inside, and we are going all the way back to Morris, going center. Playing the ball now to Mark, and looking for Bengal on the left. Empire looking to register some points this evening. Long searching ball, but just on the outskirts of the field. Again, it's 0-0. At the start of this game is just the 2nd minute. Throw to Carlton-Wanderers.
The ball needs some air. I believe you'll have another ball as quickly as possible. Both teams tentative in the opening minute. And when one considers that in the past, these were two of Barbados' top teams. Empire, with their home right here, and Carlton, where lots of Division 1 at the time, football would have been played. But no goals as yet. Carlton 0, Empire 0. Empire in red, Carlton in white.
Yes, ball to Goring. Looking for Emerson Scruff King, playing in a different position today. He's playing in a forward position. He usually defends. Now it's Wanderers with the break. Ball being dispossessed by Empire. Both teams look a bit cool for now. Keith, but I'm
They're
sure
a little bit tentative, really, and is a little bit of watching the other team, seeing what they possess, and therefore the team who will take the initiative in the opening 10 minutes, I believe, can go on and at least test the opposition goalkeeper. But 0-0 still, Empire 0, Carlton 0.
Empire looking to employ the likes of Scruff King with his pace and strength. He has the ball now, looking for a cross. Danger easily averted. And this will go calmly and comfortably into the hands of the goalkeeper. So defenders down, so just pause play for a bit.
Well, you pause for a good cause. No goals. In the earlier game, we see Trents continue their winning ways, upsetting Blackrock Masters, and surely they will drive back all the way down to St. James very, very, very happy. Kev.
Definitely. The crowd here trickling in, looking to see if Empire will get off the mark. It's their home field. They should have home field advantage. But yet, on the table, in a mathematical way, they're way below the standard in terms of points.
It is all about on the day or on the evening. And here at Empire, the one thing that I've learned over the years playing here is that when you come in to which would be the left-hand side where we are commentating, you can shoot as soon as you come off the pitch. But the players, even though they are very matured and experienced, they lack in confidence. Carlton was a team, you were a very young man then, with players of the caliber of John Chandler, Paul Rapson, Michael Evelyn, name after name. And Empire, obviously, Mark Norville, Rodney Norville, Passion Drayton, etc., etc. So we wait to see what would transpire. And if I didn't stay at Trevor Thorne, he will want to move me out of the chair.
Definitely. Well, he's a big fan of you, you're a big fan of him. But Empire now knocking the ball. Ball goes to Morris. And Empire looking to penetrate the defense of Carlton. They're playing very comfortably on the ball. Trevor Scott in possession now. He plays both over 40s and over 50s. Ball going on the right side. Some nice football looking for Emerson Scruff King with his tricky feet. And somehow he's putting in these balls, but not on the head or feet of anyone that will score. So it's the first corner of the game to Scotty's Car Rentals Empire. They'll take it from the right side.
That is so true. Empire weaving and coming all the time. Carlton solid on defense. And they have won the first corner of the evening. Playing for the Empire team is a youngster that I coached in the Barbados under 17 team years ago. And he is a key player in this Empire team. That is Michael Massey Graham.
Yes.
Very, very good footballer. Good goalkeeping from the Carlton keeper as they move forward out of defense.
Yes, somehow Emerson Scruff King with that shot, but it was a bit too weak and easily taken by the custodian for Carlton-Wanderers, Charles Inks. Ball again to Empire. It's Trevor Scott looking for Goring. Ball going to the right side again. And most of their attacks are Keith coming from the right side. Ball goes to King again. King looking like the danger man this evening for Empire. A very strong and physical player over the years.
Very, very early. I didn't pick up the number, but he's limping past us. He did not even last 10 minutes.
Oh, yes, that's a bit sad, and especially in the over 50s, the guys will want to preserve their legs as long as possible throughout the tournament. So it's 0-0 in the 7th minute. As I mentioned before, my name is Kelvin Scott, and I'm working alongside the veteran commentator, Keith Grell-Griffith. Footballer, coach, administrator, everything related to football this man has done.
Thank you very much. The ball running away down the right-hand side of the midfield, and it will be with Carlton as they look to develop their attack and come functioning down the middle of the pitch. But Carlton, at the moment, more on the defensive. Empire offensively look the stronger team going forward. But you never know in this Masters football. In a twinkling of an eye, we can see some movement and a goal will come. At the moment, Empire going forward down the right, Kev.
So Empire with the majority of possession and somehow yet to penetrate in any serious way. Ball goes to the skillful Emerson Scruff King. Searching for your guy, Massey. A nice dummy, but somehow Bengal did not read that one.
Well, he was looking to get the left-sided midfield player in, but in the end, he did not read that the ball was coming to him. And Carlton happy to get it back and a throw into Carlton as they go forward from deep inside their own half.
Yes. Any predictions in this game, Keith?
I tend not to predict. I watch and observe, analyze, and hopefully we can get some goals, because that is what Masters football is all about.
Well, let me
Goals
say
and
this.
discipline.
If it was based on possession, we could easily say that Empire would win, but we know that football is not necessarily based on possession. Ball goes to Emerson King. He's the danger man for Empire. And somehow he needs to penetrate their defense in a more beneficial way that would perhaps bring them this early goal. It's now the 9th minute. The score is still 0-0 here in Bank Hall.
Well, a player have gone down on the right-hand side. That's an Empire player. But like you said, so far, possession have mostly been with Empire. They go for roaming forward here. This is a good chance to
This
get an
is a
opening
chance for Empire. Oh, poor first touch. Really expected more from Scantlebury, the skillful player. But that happens, especially on pitches like these. Hopefully he will pick up his rhythm. And both teams still a bit cold. Keith, you fine?
Well, that is so true, despite the warm-up. But remember, they're 50 and over, so they will take a little bit longer to get going. All they need to do, though, is to try to move the ball around as quickly and with confidence. That is the important factor in playing in the Masters tournament. Here they go again, Empire.
It's your man, Graham. Massey with an interesting ball across the goal mouth. But nothing substantial happening. And Keith, perhaps you missed that nice little nutmeg that Scantlebury took from the Wanderers
Which
player.
kind of
I personally love a nutmeg, so I had to comment on it. Ball goes to Morris, the evergreen defender. An ex-Barbados player. Goes to Bengal, now on the left. Looking for Scantlebury, the attacking player on the left. Ball goes to Goring.
Well, something is wrong with Massey after he went down the left side. Now he's limping as he comes towards us here by the commentary booth.
And that's
but
the
at
one
the moment,
man.
Empire's still going forward.
That's the one man you don't want to see injured. You have full respect for Massey, but he is walking a bit gingerly. Perhaps Empire would need to make a sub here, but the manager, Mr. Dale Greenidge, is coming to see exactly what is going on. So ball goes to Scantlebury, looking for Travis Scott, now going to the outside, trying to find Barker, the over 40s coach and the captain of this side. Scantlebury, the player again, goes to Goring in the middle. Most balls passing through him, Keith. But they're now looking for King. King has become a bit dormant so far. Now this should be something interesting. Oh, danger averted quite nicely by Carlton-Wanderers. So the score in the 12th minute remains Scotty's Car Rentals Empire 0, Carlton-Wanderers 0.
Well, that was a sweeping move again by Empire. They've gained a corner from it. Horace Knight looking like he's coming over to take the corner kick. Good defensive work from Carlton. But again, Empire purposeful and committed, looking to open the scoring, but no goals as yet. If you're now joining us, would you kindly give them the score in the first match? Trents?
Trents 2 and Blackrock Masters 0. So it's the second corner of the game, and the second corner to Empire. Emerson Scruff King looking to curl this ball and use the win. And it's a nice searching ball, looking for Travis Scott. 1-0. It's Travis Scott. The small crowd here in Blackrock claps as Empire is off the mark in the 13th minute. Goal by Travis Scott. And it's Empire 1, Carlton-Wanderers 0.
Well, lots of confusion there with the Carlton defenders. They got themselves all in one heap and muddle. And when the ball came out, it was simple and easy to tuck it away to make it Empire 1, Carlton 0. and we'll clarify who converted the goal in the end. But surely, Empire in red, leading on the evening by 1-0 against Carlton.
Yes, and the goal was actually, in fact, scored by Trevor Scott. And now we have our technical team of Jerry to do a replay to see if any infringement was made. It's not a VAR system, so the goal remains 1-0. It's now Carlton in possession, looking to perhaps get the equalizer. And technically and briefly, Empire now remains on 3 points should the game continue the way how it is. So in the 14th minute, Empire 1, compliments of a goal from Trevor Scott, Carlton-Wanderers 0.
Well, it always looked like Empire were more likely to score due to the fact that they had lots of possession. And every time they came down the right, Carlton looked in trouble. And eventually, it was Empire who opened the scoring on this wonderful evening here at Bank Hall, Pavilion Road. So, Carlton 0, Empire 1, Empire going forward once again.
Yes, the Empire looking somehow extremely comfortable. Ball now going out to the outer skirts of Barker, going back to Goring. Goring is a very comfortable player. Ball passing Bengal and going for a throw. Looks like Carlton-Wanderers throw. And Empire yet to maintain these 3 points they're on in the tournament. They're currently on 0. Nice twisting and turning. Good composure from Carlton-Wanderers. The ball dispossessed by Barker. And now it's Empire's throw.
Barker was an outstanding right back for Barbados. He scored last week playing in the midfield. And he said, "Coach, I'll score a lot more goals." So he'll be looking to add to his tally this evening. They're very, very comfortable in the lead Empire at the moment. Not one single threat from Carlton. And surely Carlton would need to play some leading balls instead of trying to just knock it hither to the yon. 1-0 to Empire. Empire 1, Carlton 0.
Ball goes to Emerson Scruff King now with a long ball. Ball held on quite nicely. Twisting and turning. Interesting ball. Goring over the wall at Empire. Perhaps his next try would be a bit lower. Keith?
Well, it was a good move again down the right. When the ball was played across the area, he tried to hit it on the volley, but he was not Messi, nor Ronaldo, and in the end, he hit it over the crossbar and over the wall.
Well,
so he would have to reel and come again.
Well, to some, Goring is a Messi or Ronaldo. A very talented forward, very composed player, if we were to be honest. And the Empire team somehow looks much stronger today, Keith.
Yeah, very much so. They look cohesive. They're playing with confidence. They're very cool in possession. And they lead on the evening by 1-0.
Yes, and we're still looking for the introduction of some very skillful players on the sideline. Players like Stephen Biro Howell and several other players. Now we have Horace Knight gracing the field and Goring taking a brief break.
Horace Knight has always been a good player. What I would say is that he could have gone very, very, very far, but he got an injury early in his career. But always had 2 good feet, passes the ball well, and works very, very hard.
Yes, very, very committed player, this Horace Knight. Empire again winning quite easily. The possession looking for Emerson Scruff King, but danger averted quite easily by the defense of Carlton-Wanderers. And somehow Carlton-Wanderers playing not as strong and fast pace as they usually do. Keith, perhaps maybe 1 or 2 niggles from the over 50 players. What do you think?
Well, maybe so, because when I saw them last week, they lack cohesion and they lack intensity. And they started very slowly here against a running and moving Empire team as they go forward down the right again. This is danger. This could be goal number 2.
Ball looking for Emerson Scruff King. Oh, good try, but somehow he missed his marker. Wanderers now looking to pick up some pace. If I were to predict this game, I probably would say It could possibly be a 2-0, but I'm learning from Trevor not to predict so easily and so early. Trevor. So now it's Carlton with an interesting break. Cross taken quite easily from the custodian.
Well, that is the first time Carlton have gone on the attack, but the cross was not a good one, and the keeper came off the line, controlled the ball very well, averted the danger, and Empire still lead on the evening by 1-0.
Yeah, so ball to Barker. The engine goes to Horace Knight, and somehow that ball was dispossessed. And now Carlton on the attack. Nothing too dangerous looking. Ball going to the right side, finding Barker. Barker now giving it to Horace Knight with his second touch of the game. Just came on as a sub. And Empire looking extremely, extremely comfortable. They had a practice game with the over 40s on Thursday. And they're running quite comfortably. Not the strongest of pass, but somehow their momentum is building up. And you can see that they're, as a team, that they're getting stronger, Keith.
Well, what he should have done there when he went down the right, should have steadied himself, probably come in a little more and cut it across the area for the runners coming up. But he didn't get his cross accurately. But he would be happy to know that they're leading 1-0. But here we go with Carlton.
Carlton, left winger with a pacey run, but somehow the delivery was a bit poor. Ball in the possession now of Empire again. Barker going in the middle of the pitch, looking for Mark Crawford. Finds Barker again. These guys are playing quite comfortably, not under any pressure at all. Seeing that a goal was scored in the 13th minute by Trevor Scott. My relative, by the way.
He is having a very good game. Scott down on the right-hand side of midfield. He's making some strong, powerful runs, and Carlton don't seem to have the answer. 20 minutes gone. Carlton 0. Empire in red. When I was a very young man in the New Orleans coming over to the Bank Hall ground, I used to say the Blues never lose. Passion Drayton, Winston Grant, Desmond Weeks. Those were the names in the time, Mark Norville and Rodney Norville, the two brothers. And their brother, Peter, also was an outstanding player, not only in football, but in hockey. So this ground got lots of good memories for me.
And a rich history in sports.
Rich history. And Frank Gill will not want me to speak about Empire and don't call his name as one of the top stoppers at the time for the Bank Hall team. But here, this evening, it is Empire leading by 1-0.
Yes, it's Howell. Find Horace Stout. Back to Biro again. Stephen Howell. Barker with the ball. Going across to Mark Crawford. Nice, intelligent chip. Finding the hands of the custodian. Nothing too dangerous. So it's Carlton-Wanderers with the ball. They're trailing. As the score now is Empire 1 in the 13th minute. A goal complement of Travis Scott. And it's the skillful Horace Knight looking to create some tricks.
Well, I must say that we are seeing the Paradise players coming in, and that should be a very interesting and big match when they come against Royal Unity, Wildey Royalty.
Yes.
1-0 still to Empire.
Currently they're sharing the top spot, seeing that Trents now won that game, so they will have to at least try their best to go on 12 points.
That is so true.
It's Bengal finding Crawford with a short ball. Some nice tick-attack football here. Keith, I'm sure you like this style of football. A shot. Ooh, almost a spill one there, Keith. So it's the fourth corner of the game, and all four corners being won by Empire.
Well, that shot looked destined for the bottom corner, but the keeper, although he moved a bit lackadaisically, he was able to turn it past the post, and Empire will go in search of the second goal as we approach the end of the first half.
Yes, so it's Empire with the majority of possession. Ball coming in now from Horace Knight. Searching ball, touching the head of Barker. You know that he's vertically challenged somewhat, so he wasn't able to put enough
he
power
needed a few
behind
more
it.
inches then.
Yes, definitely. Ball to Biro Howell. And Empire looking very, very comfortable as a team. Ball knocking across now. And Horace Knight calling for it. Goes to Mark Crawford. Using the length and width of the field, Keith, the type of football perhaps you would coach.
Well, at the moment, Empire probing, searching. You just can't find the second goal, as we are just about 2 minutes away from the end of the first half.
No stoppage time here.
Gone. I'm superb.
The very skillful Norman Ford, no graciness. So it's Crawford with the ball for Empire, going all the way home. A nice cushion goal in the 13th minute from Trevor Scott. And as we said, that was Norman Ford. He plays for
that
Empire,
is one of my
but
best
the over
players
40s.
ever. Tremendous midfield player. As they go down the right-hand side, here we go again. This could be goal number 2 for Empire to get it across in right. No, they can't. And in the end, good cover challenge from Carlton. Scoreline reveals that on the evening, Carlton 0, Empire 1, as we roll inside the end of the first half.
Yes, and so far, Carlton-Wanderers only with one shot on goal. One shot. And maybe about 20% possession. So ball back to Empire again. Ball goes to the skillful Barker. The diminutive player now playing a midfield position. Bengal with it. Testing and teasing, looking to go wide to Horace Knight. And Horace with a nice 1-2, finding Bengal again. Bengal quite comfortable this evening with his passes. Horace,
good
skillful player,
play
looking for
Empire.
Mark Crawford. And Keith, it's really nice to see a team holding up possession.
The thing is,
so
Empire
nicely.
playing like they have 15 men. Carlton just standing and watching.
Oh, look at that ball from Barker. Finds Horace Stout, a.k.a. Nazi, with a nice searching ball to Bengal. And nothing too special from the Rastafarian. Easily taken by the custodian. And that signals the end of the first half. So it's Empire 1, Carlton-Wanderers 0.
Well, yes, a good for some football from the Empire team, showing that this is their home ground. And even in the end, a good cross from Horace Knight. But after 25 minutes of solid play, Empire lead on the evening by 1-0 against Carlton.
Yes, so we'll take a break momentarily and pay some bills as the sponsors' ads now run.
To infinity on the beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, White Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch. You can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. 7-seaters, Jeeps, small cars, and mid-sized sedans. From as low as 78 Barbados dollars daily. Special conditions apply. They offer free pickup and delivery, fully loaded vehicles, visitor rental permits, comprehensively insured, GPS available, and ask about our leasing program. Find us at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 246-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com, and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This week's Sweet Vibe Music Show on Hot 95.3 FM is powered by your favourite football legends, Melvin Ibo Oxley, Trevor Thorne and Julian Annell, and the crew at the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC and the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament OBL-FIT for every single kick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Visit www.bdsmfc.org. The Barbados Invitation.
So back to Sweet Football. It's Scotty's Car Rentals Empire 1, Carlton-Wanderers 0. With me is the commentator great, Mr. Keith Grell-Griffith. Keith, what's your take on the game so far?
Well, Empire, I would say territorially, dominated the first half with possession and movement. They cut the ball across the area, all you did not do is score another 2 or 3 goals. Carlton would have to readjust in the second half, play with a little bit more purpose, and try to get the defense of Empire under pressure. But we'll wait and see as we roll inside the first minute of the second half.
Some nice touches in midfield from Carlton-Wanderers, but somehow not really being a force to reckon with, as they only had 1 shot at the Empire goalie. Oh, ball in Carlton-Wanderers' possession again. Nice crowd here at hand in Bank Hall. Past, as Keith said before, with lots of history in several sporting disciplines, but especially in football, the Blues have dominated for many years. So it's Empire 1 in the 13th minute. Goal compliments Trevor Scott, a.k.a. Wildey. A beautiful goal after some mishaps by the goalkeeper, Mr. Inks.
And we have a lovely crowd in this evening. They're sitting on the far side and the near side, and hopefully we can get some more goals. And like I said, that last game of the evening should be Fireworks Paradise up against Wildey Royalty.
Definitely, that's the game to have everybody glued to the field and glued to the screens at home. Remember now that they're sharing the top of the table with Trents. That's Paradise, as Trents won earlier 2-0, and they're now on 9 points.
And they have some very exciting players like Richard Wood, young Elvin Griffith. You call them, they're there. On the other hand, Wildey Royalty has done a lot of past nationals also. Michael Hayward, who scored 2 in the opening game, and Jerry Alexander, who was a goal-scoring machine for years. And Tyrone Wilkie in midfield, all former nationals. So we should be in for fireworks. But Empire in control here, leading by 1-0. They probe down the left. They will hold it up. They will search and find. They find now. They will go down the left. Kevin.
Yeah, so ball to Goring. Goring going out to the left side, finding Scanterbury. Looking to penetrate the defense of Carlton-Wanderers again. Ball being played across the 18-yard box. A nice cheeky pass, but unread by the Empire players. And now it's Carlton again in possession. Somehow a slightly lackluster performance from Carlton today. Keith, I don't know what is your take, but I expected a somewhat
Carlton
more
needs to
robust
speed
game.
up their movement out of the back, because whenever they come on the attack, it is like 2 against 4. And therefore, Empire not having to worry too much, although they can make me wrong though, because Carlton looking to probe and search. But the player has straight offside. But they need to play with a bit more tempo. Empire full of running, full of confidence, and lead by 1-0.
Yeah, so what do you think about Maurice Gaskin's performance there as last man, a very strong player?
Well, he had good coaching, and he played with my team, which...
Oh, what a goal.
That is
well
goal number
taken
2.
from Goring. Such a comfortable and easy display of skill into the back of the nets over the head of goalkeeper Inks. So that's in the 29th minute. Empire 2, Carlton-Wanderers 0.
Well, back to Gaskin. He was blessed. He played for the national team. He played left back. He always was an outstanding overlapping left back. Now, with maturity, he has learned to read the game a lot better. He came and spoke to us earlier, and he said, "Coach, I will show you a good performance again." And they're living up to the expectations. Empire lead on the evening by 2-0. Carlton, they're not dead, buried, and gone as yet, but they're trailing by 2-0.
So for those of you now logging on at home, it's Empire 2 and Carlton-Wanderers 0.
They're
Yes, Jerry.
cruising at the
As soon as you
moment.
step away, a goal was scored by Goring.
Cruising easily, 2-0 in the bag. And unless Carlton can tighten up their defense, I believe that Empire will go on to score 3 or 4.
Well, Keith, we still have about 20 more minutes to go, so a lot can happen in 20 minutes, as you would appreciate.
A lot more goals because Carlton are not really coming forward as they should. They're lacking pace, they're lacking quality at the moment, not being overcritical of them, but they need to move the ball around with more confidence and certainty. 2-0 at the moment to Empire. Empire leading comfortably.
Yes, and as we said earlier, Keith, we don't like to predict the game, but based on the trajectory of this particular game, I wouldn't be surprised if this game finishes maybe 4-0 to Empire. And somehow Carlton finding some difficulty even getting the ball out of their half, and Empire gaining momentum and comfort as they knock the ball around. Ball to Scanterbury now, going to Goring. Goring looking for Scruff King. Emerson Scruff King, that is. A relatively poor pass being taken by the custodian Inks. So Carlton again with possession. Looking to penetrate the midfield. But again, Mark Crawford somehow reads that one like a book. And Empire now in possession. Goring again, somehow he has been the go-to man for Empire this evening.
Lots of skill.
Lots of skill, a very cool and calm player.
Cool and calm.
And as I said, Keith, the over 50s had a nice practice game with the over 40s on Thursday. And confidence now, but...
I believe that's a foul by Gaskin. He hesitated momentarily, and the guy was through very, very quickly. And that is what Carlton need to do. Put a little pressure on the center backs. And Gaskin came in a little too high. I believe he's going to get a yellow card. He's going so right now. Ms. Martindale, don't make jokes. She is an outstanding referee.
Oh, yes, certainly a no-nonsense.
World class.
Gillian Martindale cautioned Maurice.
Well, maybe we'll see some magic from Carlton, dipping and bending from just outside the area.
Well, they need to create some magic. Perhaps 25 yards out. And the custodian for Empire calling his wall, trying to make sure that he is protected somewhat. So it's Empire 2, Carlton-Wanderers 0. Let's see.
Oh my, this must be a goal. Oh no, they hesitated much too
Hitting the
long.
upright.
They still can't get it done. Carlton surely should have done a lot better. And in the end, opportunity wasted. I believe they want a corner kick on the right-hand side of midfield.
Yeah, so it's the 5th corner of the game, but the first corner kick to Carlton Wanderers, and somehow they're looking to create some difficulty. Seems as though there's a bit of confusion. Mr. Gaskin thinks it's a goal kick, but we have to listen and appreciate the adjudicating of the referee, Gillian Martindale, and she calls it a corner. So it's the first corner to Carlton Wanderers. Ball into the danger area, but well taken. Still in possession of Carlton, and given away quite easily to Trevor Scott of Empire. So now it's Massey, your guy, going to Emerson Scruff King. And Empire now is on the attack with Scanterbury on the left side. Giving up, being gifted the ball back.
I find that Carlton, they're playing with a little bit more purpose and a little more commitment. But what they need to do is keep the ball much longer and try to frustrate Empire so that they can make some inroads. As long as Empire get the ball, then Carlton will have big, big problems.
Definitely. Ball going to Emerson King again. And Goring, the skillful Goring just controlling it quite comfortably. And Empire with possession. controlling the game. They had the majority of possession for the evening. And they were privileged enough to have 2 goals, one in the 13th minute from Travis Scott and one in the 29th minute. Ball going all the way back to Morris Gaskin.
You can see Paradise all in all yellow looking very, very professional, getting ready for that big match against Wildey Royalty.
And that is going to be a game, Keith.
That should be a crackerjack. Lots of national players on either side. So the team who possesses the most dynamic skills in and around the box will win the game, or a draw would even be an expected result. But here, I can't see Carlton getting back into the game. How many minutes left in the clock?
Just 14 more minutes to go. So it's
14 minutes
quite
remain.
difficult
Carlton 0, Empire 2. For those fans of it who have been fans of Empire for years, normally they play in blue. The boys in blue, but today, black shorts, red shirts, so don't get too confused. Or like the younger generation would say, don't get tied up.
Certainly not, and the fans are trickling here this evening, expecting Empire to somehow get off the mark, and now they're 3 points, provided that the game remains the same. Empire 2, Carlton-Wanderers 0. A beautiful evening here at Empire and Bank Hall. Ball goes to Mark Crawford. The center goes out to Barker. The talented right back, but now he's playing right wing. Ball goes to Emerson Scruff King, looking for the 1-2, but somehow Barker is a bit further away from the ball. So it's Carlton Wanderers with the ball. And almost every play from the Carlton Wanderers team is being taken away and averted by Empire. So Empire definitely dominating this game, Keith, you would say.
They're playing with absolute confidence, having scored 1 goal in the first half, led 1-0 at halftime, came back out, got another goal, and at the moment, it seemed that they are so confident, and if you look at the field of play, 10 of their players are in Empire are in the Carlton half. That shows how confident they are that Carlton can't break them down. But I would like a leading ball to see a sprint from Gaskin at centre back against one of the youthful 50-year-olds from Carlton. That should be quite interesting.
I think you're asking for a foul, Keith. I think that's what you're asking for.
I think he'll put that body weight on them, yes.
Yes, knowing Gaskin well, he will put his body on them. So Empire playing with a very interesting rotating system in terms of the subs. Travis Scott coming off, and Horace Knight now gracing us for the second time on the field. Ball coming in from a corner kick.
We have to be very close to the end of the game.
Yes, just 11 more minutes to go in this particular encounter, the second match for the evening. And up next, as we said, it's the Paradise Masters 50 edition versus Wildey Royalty.
By your estimation, how many fans do you think are in this evening? Lots of fans are definitely in all across the ground.
Yes, well, my mathematics skills are not the best, but I would safely say that they're perhaps maybe 200-300. What would you say?
Well, I know that lots of Manchester United fans are here today, having won after 2018. Unfortunately for Newcastle, they have not won a cup in a million years, but at least they reached a final.
Well, Trevor was trying, Kiefer was trying to hold back all of my excitement being a Man United fan. And I'm extremely happy, but since you mentioned it, let me say congratulations to all the Man U fans present and those online listening and watching. Ball goes to Horace Knight, the ever-talented and committed player. And somehow Gillian Martindale calls a foul. Ball now in favor of Carlton Wanderers. Perhaps the Wanderers team need to go shopping, Keith.
I believe so. That should be easy. I remember years ago when Gas and I, we were still playing Masters football. The football would be at Wanderers ground. that used to be some exciting football and lots of challenges. And surely it should not be difficult for them to find some good footballers. And like I said, when I was a young man, Carlton had outstanding footballers in Barbados, Paul Rapson, John Chandler, Mike Evelyn, etc., etc. And surely there must be some little feed off from that situation and produce some good Masters players. At the moment, though, they're looking to knock it down the right-hand side. Not a good pass. The ball is with Empire again. Empire lead on the evening by 2-0.
That's an Empire playing extremely, extremely comfortable, Keith.
Very comfortable.
They're actually
cool.
playing as though they're leading the table in terms of points. But they're definitely leading this game, having at least 85% possession and 2 goals. One in the 13th minute by Trevor Scott and one in the 29th minute by Gorin. So they should be comfortable. No need to be under any pressure. It's a skillful...
They're more than comfortable because, like I said, Carlton not making any inroads. They're not looking to play leading balls as they should. They don't have the skillful players, but they can play leading balls and put the opposition under some pressure if they need to.
Ball going to the right side for Breedy, a very pacey right winger, looking to knock the ball around Carlton defender, but that one was easily read. Ball going on to the field. No real danger here from Empire with that particular run. So as we can look on the field, we're seeing in yellow the Paradise team warming up, Keith, and in the below end we see Wildey playing in a maroon color today. That match is going to be a robust match, Keith.
There should be a very, very good game. This game here has gone quiet because Empire comfortably in the lead are taking the time. Carlton not putting any pressure on them whatsoever, and one can only forecast that in the end Carlton will go back to the Black Rock area and go on the drawing board to see what they can conjure up and come back with next weekend.
Well, they definitely need to, as we said before, perhaps they need to do a bit of shopping, maybe get some forwards. The midfield looks relatively decent, but nothing substantial happening at the front of the field, so perhaps they will go back and come with a different strategy for the next game. They're now in possession. If they can keep this possession a bit longer and perhaps penetrate, they will get at least a consolation goal, Keith.
Well, at least what they, like I said earlier, what they should do, forget about the knock it here and knock it there. Play leading balls and put the Empire defense under pressure and try to get a shot in at least and test the Empire goalkeeper, who has not been tested for the evening. With how many minutes remaining?
Just 6 more minutes remaining. Just now the big Morris Green standing up like a wall, blocking that ball and averting all the danger. Yes, it's skillful Horace Knight now, a.k.a. Nazi. Twisting and turning, looking to create some difficulty, but keeping possession still. Advancing with a nice left foot cross. Easily taken though by the custodian Inks. Nothing to worry about.
And I believe that the Carlton players are hoping that the whistle will soon go and they can get a little respite and get something refreshing to drink and cool it all down. Empire very, very happy, very, very comfortably in the lead, and they go forward again on the right-hand side of midfield. Carlton 0, Empire 2.
Yes. And the rotation of subs from the Carlton-Wanderers team has also been a bit poor. Perhaps they do not have big enough and deep enough of a bench to get a proper rotation, Keith. Maybe some injuries in the
Well, that is
team.
so true. But there must be more players that you can get, you know, to come out and have some fun. It is not only about winning. You want to win, yes, but at the same time, enjoy the evening, stay in good health, and with God's blessing, you never know, they eventually get a good team.
Eventually, maybe not for this tournament, but perhaps the next one.
Maybe by the time the International Masters come along in April, that should be a good challenge for them.
So now it's a throw on the right side to Carlton-Wanderers. The speedy Mark Crawford winning that ball and kicking it outside. Ball in possession by Curtis Breedy. The speedy Breedy looks to take on the left side of Carlton. Ball goes through to Barker, looking very dangerously. And it's Gorin again. But nothing too special from him on this occasion. And Martindale signals a corner kick. This one will be taken by Travis Scott.
Well, momentarily, it seemed that it would have been 3, but they won a corner. As we go into the closing stages of the game, it's beginning to get a little dark out here. And that is one thing I've noticed over the last couple of weekends, that once we approach the 6 o'clock hour, it gets dark here at Bank Hall. At the moment, though, Imperial looking to weave a web around the Carlton defense. Can they get the 3rd goal? No, they can't at the moment. They will have to try once more. Carlton defending very strongly and going down the right-hand side of midfield.
Yeah, so just to pull some stats into the game, 6 corners so far for the game, but 5 belonging to Empire. So it really shows the attack that Empire has been pressuring on Carlton. Ball given away a little too easily there by Barker. But somehow Empire still extremely comfortable in this game with a 2-goal lead. Searching ball across the goal mouth. Barker being bullied by Carlton-Wanderers, and the fans here are saying, no way, it should be a foul. But the experienced Martindale right says,
so no foul.
No way. And it's a nice, beautiful evening here in Bank Hall. Keith, a nice crowd trickle in to enjoy this football provided by BIMFC.
Very cool, very, very relaxing atmosphere. The fans coming in, enjoying themselves, the young boys. They're having fun too on the sideline, having a rocking good time. I sincerely hope that Barbados will continue to be like this. You know, cool, no arguments, have discussion, agree to disagree, and Carlton looking to deny Empire a 3rd goal.
Yeah, so it's really good, as we said. No violence, no quarreling. Nice, beautiful evening of football here at Empire. But the game coming up next, Keith, is the game of the evening. But Carlton-Wanderers on the attack now, looking to somehow dissect the defense of Empire.
Well, this should be skill here versus
Gaskin.
strength. Good football.
He was smart enough to let the ball off his foot. Now it's Mark Crawford. A very soft shot coming in from Carlton-Wanderers. Nothing that would create any difficulty, Keith. And that's their 2nd shot of the game.
Well,
that's the final whistle.
Empire on the evening, the better team from the beginning, scored 2 comfortable goals. And they have run away in the end by 2-0 as we go into the final game very shortly.
Yes, so it's Empire 2, Carlton-Wanderers 0. Goals complement Trevor Scott in the 13th minute, and in the 29th minute, goal by Gorin. Gabriel Gorin in the 29th minute.
Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities, so you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist, and we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Mayrod Hill, St Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
So as you rejoin us, it's the start of match number 3 of the triple header. This one bringing together the teams at the top of the table. Paradise Masters 50s edition, known as the Yellow Submarine, christened by yours truly. And Wildey Royalty, a brand new team consisting of Wildey Masters and Royalty, coming out of the Masters tournament, the International. The two teams put their heads together and their wits together to come up with this squad. It's a bomb squad in Beijing terminology. Lots of experienced and national players, former national players. And as they meet here this evening in the final game of the evening of the 2023 BIMFC's All Boys League Football Invitational Tournament, the 50s edition. Yours truly, Trevor Thorne from Commentator Sports Incorporated. Alongside me this evening to cover this one is the man himself, Mr. Keith Griffith, BSS, and also a superstar in his own day. Good evening to you, Keith. 1 minute gone, 0-0. Paradise, 0. Wildey Royalty, 0.
Well, thank you very much, Trevor. This should be a big game. Lots of former national players, both teams winning their individual games, and they stay top of the table on 6 points by virtue of better goal difference. Paradise on 4 goals better. In fact, 4 goals they have scored, and Royalty 3 goals. So all to play for here, and one of the two teams, I believe, will be challenging for the championship along with Trents, who have won all 3 matches so far. So we should be in for some excitement, good entertainment, good soccer. Scoreline, Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
Precisely that, and obviously to start the evening, some statistics that will boggle the mind just a little bit, just to let you see how good they are. In the first couple of games this season, Paradise Masters 50s edition 3, Carlton-Wanderers 0. They walked over Carlton. Carlton were not fully prepared at that stage, so Paradise ran out 3-0 winners. And in the last encounter, Paradise won RX Pro Vintage Masters 0. A goal from Andrew Gooding from the penalty spot, 12 yards out. He fired home to the keeper's right. Paradise took that victory, 1-0. Wildey Royalty, a different story for a different time. A brand new team came out against Blackrock Masters. Blackrock underprepared. Wildey Royalty 2, Blackrock Masters 0. Michael Herwood with a brace of goals. First goal on 25 minutes, the second on 31. 2 right foot finishes, one from 8 yards out, the other one from 12 yards. CSI will give you the stats. We'll also give you exactly where they score from, which foot they score from. You know the drill here. Every single kick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat trick, brace, goal. We bring them all here at CSI. At present, 4 minutes on the clock, and into the midfield they go. Paradise on the right-hand side as they look to search down the right with Vincent Haynes. The nice little 1-2, inside it goes. True sets Richard Wood. Pass one, looks to take out the second man at the same time. And the clearance made by the Wildey Royalty. That's Calendar with a further clearance. This one clearing the half line as he put some space between themselves and the Paradise men. It looks as though Wildey Royalty under the cosh just a bit there, Keith, from that left-hand side. And Calendar sweeping the ball all the way up to the half line to give his team a chance to breathe again.
Well, that was Paradise at its brilliant best, probing and searching down the left. But in the end, good cover challenge from the Royalty team. Defensively, they are well organized. Midfield, they are very exciting. And with Michael Hayward and Jerry Alexander up in front, they can be very clinical on any given evening. At the moment, though, well balanced. 0-0 the scoreline, long, sweeping, searching ball. Intercepted at the back by Paradise. Paradise will roll down the right side. Good-looking soccer at the moment. Hither, thither, no yawn at the moment, because no goals. Paradise have lost possession right on the pitch, and now is a chance for the opposition to go forward.
So as Wildey Royalty in the maroon jerseys, black shorts, and white socks, kicking from right to left, look to put some passes together. Paradise back off in numbers to make sure that the defense is impregnable. But here comes Wildey Royalty down the right-hand side with Calendar. He's wearing those orange boots, oversteps the Paradise number 22, Elvin Griffith. I believe he's family to Keith Griffith, of course, as the Griffiths spread themselves far and wide across the Barbadian landscape. The starting lineups, let's go with Paradise Masters 50s edition first. At CSI, we believe in giving you those starting alignments in position. In goal, Albert Bradford wearing the number 25. They go across the back four, wearing 7, Vincent Haynes at left back, Elvin Griffith, 22, Louis Croney at 17. Those are the two central defenders. This man on the ball, Mark Marshall wearing 3. In the middle of the midfield, Andrew Gooding, number 8, Edwin Gibson, number 5. And up front, they bolster top 4 as Griffith goes down the right, flashes across the near post and out for a goal kick. Paradise's front 4 would be Richard Wood wearing the number 2, sitting just behind Ryan Brewster, who's right up top. And on the left-hand side, Peter Newton, number 4, and number 14, John Griffith. That's Paradise Masters 50s edition. The defending champions in the 50s tournament coming up for the international as well. Wildey Royalty, not a lot of statistics on them because they're a brand new team. But what we can say is that goalkeeper is Peter Moore wearing the number 0. A back 3 consisting of Andrew Payne, 5, Raymond Moyes, 4, and Claremont Calendar, number 13. Across the middle, they stretch with Errol Ford on wearing 18, Abraham Arthur, 17, Vernon Blunt, defensive midfield, and Pedro Arthur, the number 6. Up top, Trevor Bryant supporting Michael Sandman Hayward wearing number 9 in this particular matchup as well. 7 exact on the clock, or just about heading towards 8. A shot fired in from the edge of the box. No problems at all for Peter Moore. And Paradise continue to press and hold the Wildey Royalty in their own half for at least the last minute and a half. And I'm sure that of it, Keith, that Wildey Royalty would want to break those shackles to get out of their defense and perhaps involve Jerry Alexander at some point in time as he tries to pair up with Michael Hayward sometime in this first half.
I'm sure they will do that because 2 prolific goal scorers at the moment. They are making sure that they're tight at the back because Paradise can drip them apart with 1 pass from Richard Woods. He has always been an exciting player, and surely both teams will want to be able to go into halftime at least, not behind, but leading by 1-0 if possible. No goals as yet. Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
So as they continue to set the pace here in this, the final game of the evening, the Paradise team will spread to the left-hand side and look to float one in towards the box here. This is Vernon Blunt wearing his favorite number 4. I can absolutely say that he loves the number 4 because when he was playing national football and playing behind me, he loved the number 4. And there'll be no different here. 9 minutes on the clock. Out comes the keeper. Can he reach it before Wood? No, he can't. Wood is in on the far post. He's been pushed wide by goalkeeper Moore. He recycles and comes back into the middle of the edge of the 18-yard box. Spread across, looking for Andrew Gooding. He not reading from the same him page as the attacker there. And the ball falls to Errol Ford, who hesitates for just a second, finds Jerry Alexander with the low 1-2. Ford still in possession, spreading it across his defensive positioning as the ball is played over to the left-hand side, finding Trevor Bryant. Bryant with the pass. It's a bit wayward and needs a bit of tidying up. Instead, he finds John Griffith, who floats a 40-yarder to the far post. Good control in the first aspect. Ball coming off the defender there and trickling over to the Wildey Royalty man in the middle of the field.
At the moment, neither team really controlling the ball as well as they should with the kind of players they got. But here we go with Royalty. A shot will come in. A good save. Albert was always a good keeper. Played for Defence Force, played for Barbados. And that was a good shot, but he was always a brilliant goalkeeper. And he did exactly what you would want your keeper to do. Cover it cleanly, averted the danger. And Royalty would have to try again. But surely, Trevor, He has been an outstanding goalkeeper for Barbados and for Defence Force in the past.
Yeah, Albert always a good shot stopper. That would be. He's also got good height, good build, and the type of player that when you look at him, he'll automatically drive fear in the strikers coming towards him, for sure. Hey, Governor, as the fans continue to come in here at the Empire facility, all the familiar faces, the old faces, the new ones, the best family is in the house this evening as well. And this is truly a blessing to be, having had played Barbados in the past for quite some time. Then made up your mind that you're retiring. What am I going to do next? One of the best things I can say to do is, if you have the skill and guile, like a Keith Griffith, you can become a commentator. But it takes lots of hard work and lots of reading and research to make sure you know every single name there is to know, and then you can reap your rewards from that. Lots of hard work, as I said before, so CSI is here to accommodate that in the island. We'll train the commentators. You just come out and perform. 12 on the clock here at the Empire Facility, Pavilion Road, Bank House, St. Michael, Barbados, West Indies, in the Caribbean. And at present, a stalemate. It's 0-0 between Paradise Masters 50s edition and Wildey Royalty. Keith.
A very evenly contested game at the moment. Both teams seemingly confident when they're in possession in the midfield, but they're lacking creativity in and around the penalty area. And we are hoping that in a game of this magnitude, we can get some goals. At the moment, hard to predict. Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
So here's Richard Wood in possession. He has a man placing his right boot through his legs, and that is considered to be a bit dangerous because he might have clipped the calf there of Richard Wood, weighing 2, as he runs away in the distance. So he's won his team a free kick. Mark Marshall is here, number 3, and also Andrew Gooding, number 8. Gooding delivers a brilliant ball into the box. It goes up against the goalkeeper, Peter Moore. Moore reacts first to it, collects with both hands and distributes on the left-hand side. This time finding Errol Ford. Ford with a wayward pass. Instead he finds Gibson, Edwin Gibson, the Paradise player coach, in towards Callender. Shakes off one man. He needs to shake another man off. He does so now with the pass. Ford pulling his foot out of that tackle most sensibly into the midfield. Bryant, he's robbed of it by Wood. Illegally, says referee Mark Moses. And the free kick going to Wildey Royalty in the maroon jerseys. Keith.
The one thing I've noticed about this game that despite they're supposed to be over 50s, they're full of running, full of enthusiasm, and full of pep. So the defenders on both sides will not be easy to break down. Someone would have to show exceptional skill, or they would have to play some intricate passing in and around the penalty area to get that opening goal. But at the moment, both teams playing strongly. The refereeing has been very good by Mr. Moses, and overall, it has been a good evening here at Empire Ground Bank Hall.
So as we head towards the 15th minute, not missing any action, as you can see, a player rolling around on the surface. That suggests he's been hit with not a ton of bricks, but he's been hit by another player. Illegally, says referee Mark Moses, and immediately blew the free kick. Having done that, the player restarts down the left. It is Paradise, and a save being made by goalkeeper Peter Moore. And as he saved it, he's been able to keep the ball in play, and Paradise asks to retreat. This is Jerry Alexander playing in a deeper role this evening, Keith. He's not way up front, and he's been tackled strongly again there. He too is on the surface as the game gets a little bit physical on 15 minutes. And you would expect that. There are a lot of tough players playing here this evening, and they're accustomed to playing at this high level, having played for the senior men's national team back in the late 90s. You would expect that the physicality will be present here this evening. A lot of skill as well, but of course the game isn't for babies. This is a tough game, which men and women now play, and therefore you need to be training during the week and tough as nails during the weekend. This is John Griffith, the BFA Premier League referee turned BIMFC OBL-FIT Masters football specialist here. And he has a clean pair of heels going down the right-hand side, Keith. He's very quick. But I suspect that the kind of training that he goes through, it makes him very fit for both BFA Premier League and the OBL-FIT.
Definitely so. Very, very competitive game. Probably the most competitive game we have seen so far in the tournament. And it would take a brave man to predict who will score first, if any goals are scored at all. Because the possession of both teams are just about equal. No goals as yet. Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0, as we roll inside the midway of the first half.
So here's Gooding. He loses possession. The ball played forward as the Wildey Royalty take possession of it with Alexander. As I said, he's so deep that you wonder if he's going to be able to get the ball up to the likes of Michael Harewood and Errol Ford. But we'll see as the game continues. As Wood thought that that throw would have gone to him, but instead it's a Wildey Royalty throw as they go in search of goal number 1. 0-0 the score between top of the table Paradise Masters 50s edition in all yellow this evening and Wildey Royalty in the maroon jerseys, black shorts and white socks.
Well, Paradise have always been a colorful team. Here we go with Royalty, ball played in behind the defense. But in the end, no chance for Alford or anyone to get on it. Paradise calling for a substitution, hamstring gone. But the game is being played at a terrific pace at the moment. And this could be the first magical moment. Paradise to defend. The Royalty looking to show how good they are. We wait for the corner. Coming from the left side. He swings it out. Not a good corner really and truly. And Paradise able to defend it comfortably. Ball played in the area again. Ball headed away. They will roll forward once again. Royalty 0. Paradise 0.
So here's Peter Newton, the scorer of the goal in the final at the National Stadium, Keith, where we commentated in the 2022 BIMFC International. He's wearing number 4 this evening. He's playing very deep on the left-hand side and making his contribution over there rather than up front. Here's John Griffith, a little bit of skill. Tries to go past Vernon Blunt with a clean pair of heels. Blunt tackles. Blunt wins as the ball falls into the hands of Peter Moore, the keeper, who distributes over to the left-hand side. Wildey Royalty in possession as they look to prod and probe down the right. Good chest control, through ball. And we can see the flag of assistant referee number 2, Corey Lewis, on the far side, I believe it is. As he
the one thing, Trevor, at the moment that they're not having is room to settle on the ball. And the quickness of the midfield of both teams makes it very, very difficult to spread it hither, thither, and yon. And surely, with time going very quickly as we go into the 19th minute of the first half, 6 minutes away from the end of the first half, is going to take something magical like what we saw from Anthony, the Brazilian, when he played for United against Barcelona during the week. Something extra special we may be in for this evening here at the Empire Ground.
So as we head towards the halftime whistle, into the 20th minute, soon headed for 21 minutes, as the sun stays with us. I think a bit behind a cloud earlier that had us thinking it was going to get dark a bit late, but it's still here in all its glory. And with it, the two teams continue to battle here. Ball played across the top. Defensive tactics coming from Andrew Payne into the midfield go Wildey Royalty with Abraham Arthur clearing his lanes and giving away possession to Andrew Pilgrim, wearing the number 23, alias Enamel. If they just like to give you a nickname.
He's one of my neighbors, actually, in Wildey.
Not sure why we love to give these nicknames, though. As soon as they see you, you can find a name for you. I got a question for you, Keith. I'm not sure if you're going to be ready for it or if you're going to really expound on it. I keep introducing you as Grell. There's Blunt with a tackle. And I'm wondering, all the time I'm going to sleep wondering, what's this thing about Grell? What's this nickname about Grell? Where did that come from?
Well, all the way back in 1966 at Kensington Oval, I made my debut against Trinidad and Tobago.
All right.
And ironically enough, during the game, there was a guy playing for Trinidad and Tobago named Bertram Grell. And Gas and Victor Pukersgott said, he would have to be your identical twin. Okay. And that name has stuck with me since 1966, Keith Grell Griffith. But what was good for me from that Grell perspective is that 3 other persons in Barbados, they has the name of Grell. So, sorry, Keith Griffith. So the Grell distinguished Keith Griffith, the footballer. So that is how I got the name Grell, but it is not my given name. My middle name is Keith Sylvester Griffith.
All right, thank you very much. Each time I came on air, I was supposed to ask you that, but I kept forgetting to do it, but it just came back to me there just now, that we refer to it as just Grell, and I wasn't sure where it was coming from. But thanks again for that. It's 20, in fact, we're heading towards that 25th minute very shortly, I would think, as the two teams continue to battle here. No real statistics from the past because it is Wildey Royalty. It's a brand new team that has never been seen before in Barbados with this amount of combination of players. So we can say a lot about the Paradise Masters 50s edition because they have won titles and they've also won the international title as well, beating all of the comers, all the English, the Canadians, the Americans, the teams across the region.
And I can't remember any team in my time playing in maroon. So that is a special thing that you would always remember. Wildey Royalty playing in maroon and white socks and black shorts.
So ball played outside the box with Gibson with the shot. This one charged down and the header, a decent header, finds Errol Ford in the middle of the midfield. Ford will go right side and flick it out. This time to Abraham Arthur. He tried to return that favour and it didn't work out for him. Up steps the Trevor Bryant on the left-hand side, looks to float one up the pitch. Unsuccessful he is at this point in time. We're deep into the half-time whistle, I would suspect, any moment now. And with it, current score, they're playing their best there, Keith, as they can, but still no openings being produced by any of the two teams. And at present, first place, Paradise Masters 50s edition, 0. Second place, Wildey Royalty, 0. Heading for that half-time whistle. Ball played inside as Wildey Royalty gets some possession in the Paradise penalty box. Not much of it for the first half. Ball played across the box. Alexander tried to push it on into his right foot. He crashes a right foot shot. Doesn't have the real pace and power on it. And on 25 minutes, that's the half-time whistle here. Brought to the half, brought to a close by referee Mark Moses. And with it, a half-time score of 0-0. And as they go for the refreshments and some fresh instructions, we await the second half. And with it, we go to that half-time break and say thank you to our sponsors. Join us in the second half.
Well, a good 25 minutes, very competitive, no real chances at either side. And truly, the coaches would have to come up with some words of wisdom to get the result they need in the second half. Wildey Royalty 0, Paradise 0.
And as we head to that halftime whistle, enjoy, go for a beverage, and come on back, join us.
Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no-stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Mayo Chill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. 7-seaters, Jeeps, small cars, and mid-size sedans. From as low as 78 Barbados dollars daily. Special conditions apply. They offer free pickup and delivery. Fully loaded vehicles, visitor rental permits, comprehensively insured, GPS available, and ask about our leasing program. Find us at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 246-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This
So as we lower that music on the inside, and we get back to the live commentary. Thank you very much, Julian. Into the 26th minute we go. Second half action here. Welcome back to the Empire facility. Yes, that's the Empire Club, Pavilion Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael, Barbados, West Indies, in the Caribbean. Yours truly, Trevor Thorne from Commentator Sports Incorporated, the lead commentator alongside me, Keith Grell-Griffith. And at present, 0-0 between the defending champions in the international. That would be Paradise Masters 50s edition up against the brand new Wildey Royalty. So far, they've both played 2 matches in the league, and they've both won both of those games as well. The goal difference for Paradise is 4, and for Wildey is 3. So Paradise lead the table on 6 points, followed by Wildey Royalty, also on 6 as well. And as we head for next weekend, what we do know for sure is that next weekend, I know you're going to listen carefully. Listen carefully there. That's a free kick. The goalkeeper sports bar. Licorice room. As he get those gremlins out of the works here. Yes, as I said, next weekend, we're almost sure that everybody will be heading to the Gold Cup, slated for March 4th. And therefore, those matches have been postponed. That's an Andrew Gooden shot into the wall, which held firm. Ball spread down the right this time. And he appeared to be offside and confirmed by our official on the far side there. So offside is the call on 28 minutes. So Saturday's games next week are postponed. It would have been exactly in Bayland Masters at 4, Carlton-Wanderers and Matt West Highgate Hall 5. Those matches are postponed. We continue on Sunday with 3 big matches. Benfica versus Blackrock in the 3 p.m. encounter. Wildey Royalty and Empire at 4. Trents coming up against Paradise at 5. RX Pro Vintage Masters with Dubai. And we will be restructuring that fixture with a few changes between now and then. So just stand by. Obviously, you're going to our YouTube channel, BIMFC Masters. You'll pick the fixtures up from there. Our Facebook page at Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. You pick the fixtures up there. You can also have a look at Trevor Thorne scores on Instagram and get your fixtures there too, while Paradise makes some headway down the right. Ball cut across to Gooding, who will float one, in fact, play one across to a man looking like, let's pick his name as he takes possession of the ball. That's Gooding again, what we can't say for sure. Right foot, in fact, left foot shot. That one over the bar from Newton. As we said before, he scored the biggest goal in Masters history in the 2022 season to take the title. The left foot volley going just slightly over the bar there, Keith. And on 30 minutes, on our clocks here at CSI, the score remains Paradise Masters 50s edition 0, Wildey Royalty 0. Welcome back, Keith.
That was a sweeping move from Paradise. They played with conviction, and in the end, they played with conviction, and in the end, the ball just right in and going over the crossbar. And it's going to take something very, very special to win this game. At the moment, though, it is Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
So referee Moses has some business to fix, and it's on the surface. Infringement occurred, and therefore he blew the free kick. The player obviously taking a bit of a rest down there for a while, as the Paradise team look to push forward and get that all-important first goal. The Wildey Royalty will retreat and defend. I believe it is the number 7, Vincent Haynes, who seemed to have injured something. He's going to walk it off, or he's going to walk off the field. It looks as though he's walking it off. He hasn't left the field of play yet. He's heading in that direction. And they've made a replacement. 31. Clearance made is Hayward. Spreading it over to that left-hand side and bringing Abraham Arthur into play. Hayward slips his way past one, cuts the ball across the box. As dangerous as it is, there's no one home to finish it. The score remains 0-0 between Paradise and Wildey Royalty on 32 minutes. Keith? So we're heading swiftly to the 33rd minute. The sun is definitely setting here, but still enough light to finish it, and still enough quality on the field to finish the match as well with a victory. But which team will it be as we await the minutes here? Here comes Patrick Barnett. He normally adds some spark to the Paradise player. He's wearing the number 19. He's pushing an afro, Keith, which
definitely
you or I can't really do. Can't do anymore.
Well, don't forget, years ago when I played for Barbados, I had a big afro. But then I cut it down as I grew older. And lately, definitely a ball head is good enough. So I scored some wonderful goals also with my afro. So, Trev, we are in the same school. You were an outstanding finisher. I was, so they say, a terrific right winger in my early days.
Well, I got to give you a knock for that, Keith. I got to give you a knock for that then. 2 top ones in it. 34 on the clocks here. Empire continues to climb the table of victory this evening. Not walking past the Carlton team, but really putting in a good effort and getting all 3 points here this evening to start the ball rolling all over again. At present, no goals here, but what we do have is the Agony man is in the house, and he's doing a brisk business. The fans are pouring in on my left and right.
I like that, Trevor, pouring in.
They're pouring, they're grabbing a chair. They're also having a meal. As we can see, Kelvin Scott can't say another word. He's stuffing his face as well. And he's earned his keep this evening. And I can see
he is an Arsenal man.
He's an Arsenal man.
Yeah, we both support Arsenal.
Okay. So you're all having a good time. Here comes Agony. As he's in the house and he's doing his usual stuff here. This is the culture of Barbados, where food and football come together, and of course a few beverages along the way. Into the box goes Wildey Royalty, and the ball trickles all the way back to Albert Brathwaite, the former Barbados and Lambada joint number 1. Because at that point in time, we believe we do have a number of top keepers doing their business at that point in time as well. As we go in search of the first goal this evening, that's an offside trap set, and with it, the score 0-0 between Paradise and Wildey Royalty.
Well, Wildey Royalty has shown good skills in the midfield, but overall it has been a very tight game, and it will be very difficult to pick a winner at this time. Surely, Wildey Royalty knocking it hither, thither, and yon, and everything should be okay. So, blessings. At the moment they are going down the left-hand side. The Paradise team, the keeper, almost committing suicide there, Trevor. We are in the 34th minute of the game, and surely no team will want to make a mistake at this time. So, Wildey Royalty 0. Paradise 0.
Yeah, a quick reminder too from one of our sponsors here, Keith, the Barvain Car Wash Center. You can order online or visit the store along Mighty Griner Highway in Barvain Market Compound, Bridgetown, St. Michael. just give them a call. 249-2804. It's all about car washing at the Barven Car Wash Center. Thank you very much. 36 on the clock here. Wood in possession, tries the left foot shot. I believe he should have gone with the right, which would have pulled it around towards the goal. He went with the left, and that was always calibrated to go wide of the left upright of Peter Moore. And a quick hop, skip, and a jump back to the Empire game, where haven't seen Michael Massey Graham playing for a long time, and today Graham had the touches of a young boy, Keith. Michael Graham, this evening in the Empire game. I was watching it while you were commentating, and almost everything he touched turned to goal. And I believe the physicality that he brings into the game now, he's much more solid player, and that allows him to shake off those bigger and taller guys, because he's only a 5'5" guy. So skill will have to be his main aim and objective to get wrong people. He can't use it wasn't about his strength before, but now he's brought that physicality to the game as well. And
very skillful player in the midfield, along with his brother Stephen. They were both in my youth squad. Stephen on the left, Michael in the middle, and their dad, you would know him. They called him Massey. He was an outstanding player at Beverly Hills. He did not make the national team, but he was a very good sportsman, football, cricket, so they came out of good breeding, so to speak. And they have always looked positive whenever they put on a Barbados youth team shirt. At the moment, Paradise looking the better team, looking to score. They get it in the back of the nets, but the player had straight offside. At the moment, though, Trevor, Paradise looked the stronger team, because I noticed that Wildey Royalty have not really tested Buffett throughout the game. As we come down to the wire, with the night closing in on us, we are 13 minutes away from the end. Royalty 0, Paradise 0. So as we continue in the second half coverage here of the key game of the evening, Wildey Royalty down the left-hand side. This is good stuff from them. Alexander pulling the strings in the midfield. He'll thread a beautiful pass over to that left-hand side. Marshall marshals that one over the touchline, and the goal kick taken by said Marshall over this time to Louis Croney. Croney will distribute over to the left-hand side as Paradise put together 4-5 touches on the ball. Griffith looking to give it the little push and pull. He'll need to sprint for it now, as he has Errol Ford in his back pocket. He evades forward, but only finds Alexander towards the edge of the box here. Chance at near post. The shot is taken by the Wildey Royalty striker there. He didn't have enough power in it to beat goalkeeper Braffett. And Braffett picked it easily and distributed. Throw into Wildey Royalty on this right-hand side. Claremont Calendar with the throw-in. Alvin Jones with the headed clearance. And again, Wildey Royalty coming to life in this second half, but Paradise throwing cold water on their fire and stopping them from rolling. Free kick to Wildey Royalty, however. This one just about 35 yards out centrally. Mark Moses points to the exact spot that he would want the restart to take place from. And into the 40th minute we go. In fact, 41st, where Wildey Royalty continue to hold Paradise to a 0-0 draw. Ball played inside, defensive header. Ball will fall back to Wildey Royalty. Bryant spreading it inside, then floating it across the top. That's a Sunday afternoon snack for Braffett, who picks it with both hands and then looks for some assistance from his defense. Richard Wood getting in a tangle with Jerry Alexander and going over in a heap to win his team a free kick. 41 or thereabouts on our clocks here at the Empire Club Pavilion Road, Bank House in Michael, Barbados, West Indies in the Caribbean. And at this point in time, Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0. Well, Really a good game. 40 minutes gone. The clock is winding down, and we still have not seen a goal. Trevor, I believe that this is the first match that has taken so long to see anyone emerge with a lead. And I will not put you on the spot, but it's going to be very predictable to predict a winner here. As the night gets darker, the ball is going forward down the right-hand side of midfield. Paradise 0. Wildey Royalty 0.
So as it is, the stats will show that there has not been a draw for the season so far, a 0-0 draw, at least that. In fact, there hasn't been a draw at all in the whole of this particular matchup. And this will definitely be breaking the records. This will definitely be breaking the records if and when we get to the final whistle. But at this point in time, with Wildey Royalty not looking as strong as I've seen them in the last couple of games, meaning I don't see the full squad rotating. Paradise perhaps have their full squad. One man that is missing would be Gregory Lalo Goodrich, who is normally a very influential player for sure for Wildey Royalty. So at this point in time, it more looks like a Paradise victory might occur than it does Wildey Royalty, simply because the most influential player, Goodrich, is not on the roster, or we haven't seen him as yet for the evening. 42 on our clocks, in fact, heading towards 43. And the score remains 0-0 between the maroon of Wildey Royalty and the yellow submarine, that is Paradise Masters 50s edition.
Well, the thing about Gregory Lalo Goodrich, we must always remember, Trevor, he is the first Barbadian player to play in the Premiership. Was very outstanding. And like I said earlier, you will never forget him because he gave you that brilliant ball to knock Grenada out of the CFU Cup. So, yes, the Royalty missing him because his presence alone frightens a lot of defenders. And at the moment, Paradise seem to have the upper hand as they go inside the last 9 minutes of the game. Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
Yeah, we definitely will be able to get those minutes in now. I've seen it like this a few days ago, even yesterday as well. And it just went, the sun just allowed the game to flow and get those last couple of minutes in. Here's Harewood. He tries to tickle it. In fact, this is Harewood now on the ball. Easing a little bit of trickery. Ball inside. Chance at near post for the right foot shot. Saved. A brilliant save. Braffett going full stretch to his left with some skillful work from Harewood before Alexander, I believe, prodded the ball far post. Braffett was going right. He switched and went left. Full stretch. Palmed it around the corner. And the score remains 0-0 between Paradise Masters 50s edition and Wildey Royalty.
Braffett was not a master then. He was a hero, a brilliant save. And surely, late in the game, it seemed that the Royalty was going to look to put a crown on their head, but they were denied by Braffett. You've seen him save so many shots like that in his youthful career, and now at his brilliant best again, he was able to get down well and defy Wildey Royalty 0, Paradise 0. We are 6 minutes away from the end as we roll inside the final minutes of the game. Royalty pushing forward again in numbers. Paradise intercepts and will come away with the ball on the right-hand side of midfield. Paradise 0, Royalty 0. Trevor, that was a magnificent save from Braffett.
Yeah, we'll probably speak about that all week long because that was destined for the back of the nets, and through his efforts he took it out. Deep in the second half, we will get a deciding winner here from Andrew Barnett. In fact, we won't get it. He's losing possession of it as the ball is played out of the defense here now. Wood with the push and pull, and then he dragged it away from the defender there into Goodin. Goodin finding Newton. Newton to the outside and finding, this time, Yeah, I knew that. As I said, I was just waiting for the whistle to go to mouth because John Griffith was busy as a bee with the very nimble feet. And he was getting kicks along the way as well. So I'm sure that Mark Moses would have seen that. And on 46 or so minutes, just a couple of minutes to go, 0-0 the score.
5 minutes remaining on the clock. Paradise on the offensive again. Can they conjure up some magic and get a shot in? No, they can't. Good defensive work again from the Royalty. And maybe we are in for a 0-0 draw here. If someone can pull magic, I'm not sure. The two keepers are very good goalkeepers. And Braffett showed that he is full of class, denying the Royalty a few minutes ago. So as we roll inside the last 4 minutes of the game, Paradise will try to come on the right-hand side. Good cover challenge ball played all the way back to the keeper. And in the end, he turns it. Not outside. He thought it had gone outside. Danger still here. Can Paradise get it across the area? No, they can't. Surely, the ball right on the right-hand side as we wait to see what would happen momentarily. Paradise 0, Royalty of Wildey 0.
So here comes Wildey Royalty in towards Michael Herwood. I make it back to Jerry Alexander. Now the through ball played. That's a Sunday snap almost for Richard Wood to collect in the middle of the midfield now. He's playing the 40-yarder over to Griffith, who puts it inside. Now chance for the right foot shot. Second bite at the cherry. Comes to Wood, who blasted over the pitch and over the goal bar as well. Ball last seen going into Charmaine's residence. And with it, the score remains 0-0 between Paradise and Wildey Masters.
He should have guided that ball down into the corner. He went for power and he lifted the ball too high and wide. So as we roll inside the last 2 minutes of the official time, Paradise playing very well. Also the Royalty playing exceptionally well defensively because Paradise has been the more attacking team. And we want to thank the fans for coming out in their numbers this evening. And that when football resumes again, they will be here at the Empire Ground. Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
So here's Wood. He's right next to us here in the commentary position. Finds Gibson, who's challenged, and he loses possession. Right foot shot coming in from Bucks there as he retrieves the ball and spreads it even further wide. Griffith with a floating ball across the far side. Up goes the flag. From Corey Lewis on the far side. We make it, and the resulting restart taken very quickly, finding Errol Ford on this right-hand side. He prods it inside. Alexander in possession, tries to tickle it past the first defender. Unsuccessful. Right foot shot coming in from Gibson. In fact, it wasn't Gibson, it was Griffith, I believe, on the edge of the pitch there. I think he knows this pitch very well. Lots of goals have been scored coming off the edge there, Keith, running towards the Empire Club. And he tried
that was very ambitious, but I don't think they could have beaten the keeper from there. But this has been an extremely competitive game, just as good, in my opinion, as the Premiership at the moment. And in the end, no goals as we roll inside the last minute of the official time. Paradise 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
All right, so that time clipping into the 50th minute. I'm sure the referees are well aware by their clocks as well that we're close to it. And a draw will assist both teams to move into 7 points. But of course, they will need a bit more to perhaps for one to overtake the other. Because if it remains the same as it has done, Paradise will continue to lead on 7, having played 3, won 2, drawn 1, lost none, goals for 4, goals against 0, a goal difference of 4. And of course, Wildey Royalty played 2, won 2, drew 1, lost none, Goals for 4, goals against 1. That goal difference of 3. On to the 7 points for the evening. Then come the likes of Trents, as I said before, who also were on 6 points, Keith. And with Trents moving away with a victory this evening, they will, in fact, leapfrog over the two teams and head to 9 points and take the top of the table. So these two teams move to 2nd and 3rd. Trents will go to the top, having had a victory this evening.
Well, a good game, very competitive, no goals, but very, very, very interesting game. And surely both teams will go away comfortable with 1 point. So on the evening where Trents were again the stars, Paradise and the Wildey Royalty 0-0.
There you have it, folks. Full time on the matchup here this evening, and full time for BIMFC's OBL-FIT crew, as well as we say good evening to the chairman here, there, and everywhere across the United States as we look to push the BIMFC tournament and get it up and running for the 26th to the 29th of May 2023. Look out for a brand new 35 and overs coming to you and especially you very shortly. And with that, yours truly, Trevor Thorne from Commentator Sports Incorporated, alongside me, Jerry and Alan, our tech team on the stream team side of things. And of course, Mary with those magnificent meals, Charmaine, and the rest of the crew here at the Empire facility. We want to say a pleasant evening to one and all. Join us next week, not Saturday, because that's Gold Cup Day and we head to the Garrison Savannah, but Sunday for those 3 big matches next Sunday. I'll give you a quick reminder of those matches as well. Sunday, 5th of March 2023, Benfica against Blackrock at 3. Wildey Royalty coming up against Empire at 4. And at 5, Trents Masters leaders in the 2023 50s OBL-FIT against Paradise. That will be 1st versus 2nd, of course. And with it, we say a pleasant evening and safe trip home. Good night and God bless.
Combined sightseeing, sun, sea, sand, surf, and of course fabulous football. Whitsun weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube channel is BIMFC Masters, and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details. The Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC invites you to the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament on the beautiful island of Barbados. Combined sightseeing, sun, sea, sand, surf, and of course fabulous football. Whitsun weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube